Good morning, everybody. The lifeblood of every business is acquiring customers. And in today's video, I'm going to show you the top three type of customers that you want to acquire and how to acquire them. So, first of all, let's talk about what a customer is. First of all, a customer is anybody or anything that helps produce profits in your life, and that you have to spend your blood, sweat, time, and tears into helping to produce those profits. So, customers are not just humans. Customers are three different things. Customers are number one, people; number two, organizations; and number three, investments. These are all customers or clients of yours. You say, why? Because these are things that you have to spend your time on in order to produce money. All right. And you can't have a business without income. So to have income coming in, then you need to pay close attention to the people you do business with, the organizations you do business with, and the investments that you make. Okay. So let's start out with people. And let's start out with the whole premise of what's important when you are acquiring customers. All right. The number one thing to acquire customers is Proverbs 4:7. Everybody put Proverbs 4:7 in the chat. And I want you to get the scripture and write it down. And I want you to put it in your house. And I want you to do business. If you do business this way, you make a lot of money, because this is who is this talking? Um, this is Solomon talking. And this is the richest man that ever walked the face of the earth. I mean, of course, outside of Jesus Christ. But Proverbs 4:7 says, wisdom is a principal thing, therefore get wisdom. But with all you're getting, get an understanding. So if you're going to be in business, and we all are in the business of life, then there are three types of um, clients that we are going to draw to us. And the first one are people. The second one is organizations. And then the third one are investments. So let's talk about people first. Whenever you meet a person and you're considering that person to be a client of yours, then I want you to understand there's two things going on. You are both clients, clients of each other. So everybody put BC in the chat. You say, what are you talking about? You are both clients. You say, what do you mean? I say the person that's buying something from you, they're your client, and you're their client too. Why? Because in every situation, when you meet a human being, both sides have to pay. You say, what are you talking about? Somebody pays you some money, you have to pay them with your time. Somebody pays you with their money, you have to pay them with your confidence. Somebody pays you with their money, you have to pay them with your competence. Somebody pays you with their money, you got to pay them with their blood, with your blood, sweat, and tears, to make sure what? That the money that they paid was worth what? Them paying the money for. I hear what I'm talking about? So you're a client of the person that buys something from you, and they're a client of you. You are both clients. You say, Brother Ricky, I never thought about it like that. Well, that might be one reason why you're not very careful about the way that you spend your time and how you treat a person, because you think just because somebody gave you some money that they're your client. But it goes both ways. All right. Everybody put BW in the chat. Okay. Everybody put BW in the chat. You say, what are you talking about? It goes both ways. Whenever, just because somebody pays you some money, it don't mean nothing. Somebody pays you some money, now you got to pay. You got to pay with your time, your blood, your sweat, and your tears, your energy, your attitude, your enthusiasm, your invigoration. You bring your culture to that person to help that person to be much better off. So just because they paid you some money, that's no big deal. You hear what I'm talking about? This is a client. It's a dual relationship. Everybody put DR in the chat. Okay, DR. It's a dual relationship. Don't nobody just drop you off some money and all of a sudden now your life is just all peachy cream. Now this person is in your life. Are you hearing me? Now you got to what? Deliver for this person. Are you hearing me? You got to help this person's situation become a whole lot better. So the number one thing that you want to do when you acquire a customer is you don't want to acquire their money. You want to acquire an understanding of the customer. All right. So you want to acquire understanding. All right. So everybody put AU in the chat. They say, what university do you go to? I go to the University of Understanding. Are you hearing me? Why? Because I investigate my clients. You say, what are you talking about? I study my clients. You say, what do you mean? I'm not interested in a person's money more than I'm interested in understanding them. I hear, matter of fact, me and my whole team, we are obsessed with understanding customers. You say, why is that? Because people are human beings. I hear what I'm talking about? And you don't separate a human being away from money. Why? Because some money's involved, all of a sudden you're dealing with robots? No, you're dealing with human beings with souls inside of them. Are you listening to what I'm talking about? And what you can't separate a person from you can't separate money and just the acquiring of some money from the soul of a human being. Are you listening to me? In other words, that's idolatry. That's a terrible way to live. That's a fruitless way to live. That's a boring way to live. That's a scandalous way to live. That's a trifling, petty way to live. That what somebody show up with some money and all of a sudden now they done cease from being a human being. Even worse, you done cease from being a human being. Why? Because they can write you a check and what? Dehumanize you? That's not what's happening. When you meet a person and you want to acquire them as a customer, the first thing you ought to be doing is you ought to be investigating what's going on with this person. Not because you're nosy and meddling and don't care about their life, but because you are absolutely concerned about their life and you're concerned about your life. And you want to know if this is even worth doing. Are you hear what I'm talking about? So the first thing I would do if I was you is I would get the spirit of Jesus Christ. Let me read something to you. How Jesus is about to acquire a new customer. And in his acquisition of this customer, the first thing he wanted to do was understand where this customer was coming from. I don't think we get a better example than Jesus Christ himself. So this is the book of John, chapter 5. And this is Jesus about to get a new customer. Before he gets the customer, though, he wants to understand where the customer is coming from. So dig this. It says, after this is John chapter 5, verse number 1. After this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there was at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches. And these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, blind, halt, withered, waiting for the movement of the water. For an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. Whosoever then first after the troubling of the water stepped in was made whole of whatsoever disease he had. And a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him lie and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he saith unto him, wilt thou be made whole? All right. Now you say, man, Brother Ricky, you say, why would Jesus ask a man that's been laying at a gate for 38 years if he want to be made whole? Why would he ask him that? Why? Because it's called, before you can have customer acquisition, you have to have customer inquisition. You say, what are you talking about? You have to inquire of the customer whether they even want some help or not before you start helping anybody. You said, nah, Brother Ricky, that ain't how it go, man. If somebody want to spend some money with me, I'm just going to let them spend some money. Not so fast, baby. NFT. Everybody put it in the chat. NFT. What? Not so fast. All right. Everybody put NFT in the chat. I mean, NSF. I'm sorry. NSF. Not so fast. NSF. All right. All right. Not so fast. Why? Because NSF means not so fast and it means non-sufficient funds. Are you hear what I'm talking about? One of the reasons why your business is non-sufficient is because you accept people too fast. Why? Because you're after the money. You shouldn't be after the money. You should be after the understanding of people. These are human beings. Are you listening to me? And here's Jesus about to acquire a new customer. And you would think he would just say, well, of course this man want to be healed. He's been laying here for 38 years. Of course he wants to be healed. Are you listening to me? So you would think that Jesus is asking this man a rhetorical question. But when you are dealing with human beings and you are acquiring customers, the most important thing you want to do is you want to develop empathy. All right. So everybody put DE in the chat. DE. Okay. You want to develop empathy. All right. You're saying, Brother Ricky, what do you mean? I want to develop empathy. You want to find out where this person is coming from. You want to find out what's important to this person. You want to know how they roll. Why? Because they're about to start rolling with you. And what? You don't want anybody rolling with you. It don't matter how much money they got. Are you listening to what I'm talking about? Why? Because this is your life. And you can't separate your life from money. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You can't just accept any old kind of money, anybody into your group, anybody in your crew, just because they got some money. Why? That's not good enough. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Not so fast. What you do is that you inquire, because you don't acquire before you inquire. There has to be inquisition before acquisition. All right, so check Jesus out. Jesus is talking to my man. He's considering acquiring him as a new customer. Why? Because he's considering healing his brother and making his life 100% better than it was. But first, he has to ask this brother a question. He says, do you want to be made whole? Do you want to be out of the situation that you're in? And then he just got quiet and listened to the man. So the man said, what I love about Jesus is that he didn't. Now, you all got to admit, this seems cold to ask a man a question like that. And it seems, like you just really stalling. Why? Because why would you ask me a question like that? This man been for 38 years. This man got to use the bathroom on himself. For 38 years, he got to have a diaper on. You know what I'm talking about? For 38 years, somebody got to physically take him and move him around wherever he's got to go. For 38 years, this man ain't had no job. For 38 years, this man ain't had a date. Are you listening to me? This man is a man. He ain't no eunuch. Are you hear what I'm talking about? This man got desires like any other man has. But for 38 years, what? He ain't even had no woman. Are you hear what I'm talking about? This man ain't been on a date for 38 years. Are you hear what I'm talking about? This man is what? Funky most of the time. Why? Because it's hard to wash up when you're impotent and can't move around. Are you listening to me? You have to have somebody what? To help you wash up, somebody to help bathe you. Are you hear what I'm talking about? My sister Tisha, my precious sister that passed away from cancer. I got to give it to my brother Jerome. He moved into my sister's apartment and helped bathe my sister. Are you hearing me? My sister was sick. She was like this man. She was impotent. She couldn't do things on her own. Are you hear what I'm talking about? She went from what? Being this fine, tall, drink of coffee, fine, bad mama jamma, to suffering profusely from cancer, to having lymph nodes even on her body. And it was something to watch and watch your sister, your own blood sister, to watch her turn into a former, just a tidbit of what she used to be. But she was a soldier though, all the way until she died. She loved Jesus Christ, and she said, it's all good. She said, if you take me, Ricky, it's okay. She said, if I stay here, it's okay. She said, it's a win-win situation no matter what happened. So every time I think about Tisha, I get so much encouragement about life because she was in excruciating pain for 2 years. And that sister never lost what? Her belief in God. Never lost what? Her love for God. Never lost her zeal for God. Never lost her zeal for life. Was never what? Never pondering, as far as I know, never pondering suicide or nothing. And she told us to even resuscitate her if she passed away. So what? My brother, I got to give kudos to my brother. My brother is a loving, kind person. And he moved into our house and he took care of my sister, moved into an apartment and physically took care of my sister. That's the way this man is. He's 38 years laying before the pool. He can't get into the pool. Why? Because every time he try to get into the pool, people bomb rush the pool, knock him over, and he can't get in. Why? So he can't sleep hardly. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't hardly got nothing to eat. Got to beg for everything to eat. Ain't got no job. Ain't got no dignity. Are you hearing me? Ain't got no woman. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Ain't been out turning it up. Are you hearing me? Ain't danced with nobody in 38 years. And you would ask a man like that, who been going through all of this for 38 years, Jesus Christ, will walk up to the man and ask him, do you want to be made whole? You know that's why? Because you don't assume nothing. Everybody put AN in the chat. All right. Everybody put AN in the chat. We don't assume nothing. I'm telling you how to acquire customers. When you're acquiring a customer, don't assume nothing. Always do what? Ask them, do they want something? Always ask them, do you want to change? Always ask them, do you want some help? Don't assume they want no help. I don't care how bad a person's situation is. Don't assume they want no help because Jesus didn't even do it. Hey, listen to me. And if I was you, I'd be a disciple of Jesus Christ with the way I ran a business. I would run my business the way Jesus ran his business. Jesus is considering acquiring this man as a customer, but he don't assume nothing about the customer. Why? He's feeling the customer's pain, but what? The customer got to feel their own pain. Are you hear what I'm talking about? Are you listening to me? You got to what? You got to deliver yourself before you can be delivered. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Everybody put DY in the chat. Man, deliver yourself. What are you talking about? God will do anything for you. And people will do anything for you. If you want to do something for you. Did you hear what I said? I said God will do anything for you. And people will do anything for you. If you want to do something for you. Let me run it by you one more time for the Holy Ghost in case you missed the first 2 shots. I said God will do anything for you. And people will do anything for you. If you want to do something for you. If you want some help. Are you listening to me? How do I know that? Because when I only had $50 and I was dead broke. Are you listening to me? And living in a hotel with no money to be able to pay the rent. And I was running out of what? The state time that they appointed me to be able to pay my rent. And what? The time is running out. And people saw what? I was willing to help myself. So what? People started asking me, if they can help. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Why? Because they saw I wanted to help myself. I wasn't crying the blues. I wasn't crying like no little sissy. I was a very happy person, a very grateful person. I didn't have no money in my pocket, but I had a lot of joy in my heart, and I had a lot of willingness to do something. And I would allow people to help me. If they wanted to help, I appreciated it. I wasn't too proud to accept some help, but I was in the middle of trying to make my situation better on my own while they was willing to help me. And people see that and people are attracted to that. And if I was you and I was going to have anybody new to acquire as a customer, the first thing I would ask them is, man, do you want some help? Are you hearing me? Why? Because Jesus did. 38 years. You would think that's a rhetorical question, but it wasn't. It was an honest question. All right. So everybody put HQ in the chat because that's an honest question. When somebody asks you, do you want some help? And now you know who to deal with and who not to deal with. Why? Because some people would be offended by that question. Did you hear what I said? I said some people would be offended by that question. Why? Because they feel entitled. They are not good customers. I wouldn't want to acquire one customer who feels entitled. Every customer, anytime somebody's coming into your fray, you have what they need, you have what they want, you have the answer to their problems. You literally can help them change their whole entire life if they want to change. You hear what I'm talking about? And then what? And they coming into your midst trying to become a client of yours. And they think just because they got some money that means that is the prerequisite for them becoming a client. No, that is not the prerequisite. The prerequisite is what? Do you want some help? Are you hearing me? And if you got a problem with a person asking you that question, the faster you go ahead on about your business, the better. Because some of y'all lives are tied to what? Some really boring, drug out, terrible, what? Monotonous, agitating, high blood pressure relationships with people because you're dealing with people who don't even want no help. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Why? Because you never asked them if they wanted no help. You say, why is that? Because you was afraid they'd be offended if you asked them. Now, if you know somebody is offended by the question, then they don't qualify for a client. Are you hearing me? Everybody put QE in the chat. Qualify everybody. Are you listening to me? QE in the chat. Come on, everybody. Put it in the chat. QE. I'm teaching y'all how to acquire customers today. All right? And don't you mess around with nobody who ain't qualified. Ask people qualifying questions. If they don't like the question, then you know they ain't qualified. Let me run it by you one more time. Ask people qualified questions. And if they don't like the questions, don't want to answer the questions, then you know they ain't qualified. Are you hearing me? When me and Shantae fell out with each other, and I was in a dating game, all right? And I was going around, I was like, I'm going on a date, because I still got it. I'm still a player. Are you hearing me? From the Himalayas, all right? So I said, I'm going to go out on a date. So I show up on the date, right? Why this chick got blue hair and red fingernails? I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's the middle of summertime. Is this Halloween in the middle of the summer? What the hell is going on? So I start questioning the chick. I'm like, what do you believe in, baby? She's like, huh? I'm like, what's your belief system? What's that? Well, because I was considering acquiring a new customer, maybe somebody who might make the cut. Me and her might end up kicking it. You know what I'm talking about? But what? Right from the beginning, boy, I must have fired away about 6, 7 questions. That girl got so nervous. She said, hey, listen, man, I really don't like answering a whole lot of questions. I'm like, I'm saying to myself, you got red hair and blue hair and red fingernails, and you don't believe in answering no questions, and it ain't what? It ain't Halloween? What the hell? You shocked me, all right? I ain't know you was going to bust out with the blue hair and the red fingernails all on the same day. That's a little bit too much, baby. You hear what I'm talking about? I'm traumatized. Are you hear me? Question what? Question everything. I was like, girl, I'm traumatized because, I ain't used to nobody coming at me like that. So what happened? So she got mad. She said, I don't believe in answering a lot of questions. I say, well, I got some news for you, baby. I'm Johnny Cochran. Everybody put JC in the chat. Everybody put JC in the chat. I'm like, girl, please. I said, you ain't dealing with no regular dude. Why? I question everything. I'm going to teach y'all how to question organizations, and I'm going to teach y'all how to question investments. But first, you got to learn how to inquire with people you're dealing with. And we're going to get to the second two in a second. The first thing you better do, y'all in these old jacked up relationships, y'all in. Why? Because you ain't got no inquiry. All right, listen what I'm saying? Why? Because you want some money. You should never be after a person's money. You should always be after understanding the person. And then what? Money just comes once you get to understanding, because now you know whether or not you want to be bothered with this person or not. Are you hearing me? How dare y'all stop behaving like the king and the queen you were born to be? How dare you just start just allowing anybody into your life just because they got a check? That ain't nothing but whoredom. Are you listening to me? You're not no hoe. Don't let nobody pimp you out. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Don't let them pimp your time. Don't let them pimp your money. Don't let them pimp your heart. Don't let them pimp your energy. Don't let anybody pimp you. No pimping, baby. Are you hearing me? Everybody, NPB in that chat. NPB. No pimping, baby. No pimping, baby. No pimping on the dance floor, yeah. Come on, everybody put an MPB in there. I said no pimping, baby. No. Some of y'all don't make no sense. Y'all supposed to be in business, and you running a straight up whole house. Did you hear what I said? I said you supposed to be in business, and you running a whole house. You say, what are you talking about, Ricky? I'm talking about mentally. You're running a whole house. Why? Because you let people pimp you. Why? Because they write you a little check. Who gives a rat's behind about their little check? Their little money don't mean nothing. Now, you hear what I'm talking about? Make people respect you. I hear what I'm saying? And stop living this old raggedy life you live in. You are king, you are queen, you are royalty, you're part of a royal priesthood. You're a holy nation. You're a holy nation, holy, not a whole nation. Did you hear what I said? A holy nation, not a whole. Did you hear what I said? A holy nation, not a whole nation. I hear what I'm talking about? Hey, listen to me. And I demand God's people to get some doggone dignity and inquire from people and find out where they're coming from. Ask them what? Do you want some help? Why? Because I ain't gonna waste my time doing no presentation to nobody and what? Spend my blood, my sweat, my tears, all these skill sets and stuff that I have and what? And give them on you because you ain't worthy because you don't even want no help. I hear me? Ask the person, do you want some help? Just like Jesus did. All right. So what happened? Jesus asked the man point blank, do you want some help? After 38 years of being in that situation, I love what my man said. He said, you know what, Lord? He said, every time I try to get into the water, the people bum rush the water. I can't move. You see, I'm moving over here like a 98-year-old man. I hear him talking about, I'm trying to get in there. All right. This was done happened last 38 years, Jesus. All right. This was done happen. All right. I'm glad you asked. All right. Because I'm getting tired just thinking about it. Every time I try to bust a move, every time I try to bust a move, I be trying to bust a move. But every time I try to bust a move, here come Negroes from the north, the south, the east, and the west. I just can't outrun them. I can't outwalk them. I can't even out crawl them, Lord. All right. So I'm trying to get in there. It ain't like I'm just sitting over here on the dock of the bay. I ain't just sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Say, I ain't Otis Redding up in here. I hear him talking about. He say, I just can't get in the water. Why? Because everybody went faster than me because I don't move too quick. I love his answer. That's a great answer. Everybody put GA in the chat. Come on, that's a great answer. You say, why? Because he told Jesus the truth. He told him, yeah, I'm trying to help myself. I just can't help myself. All right, come on, everybody put GA in the chat because I want God trying to help you right now. Excuse me. I said, God wants to help you right now. I said, God wants to help you right now. Are you listening to me? If you just admit you needed some help. God, listen, the man ain't giving Jesus no excuse. He's giving him a reason. It's a big difference between an excuse and a reason. A reason is legit. And what? It ain't nothing wrong with accepting a new client who comes to you and tells you, listen, I'm coming to you because I've been trying to help myself. And what? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm coming to you because I've been trying to help myself and I am impotent. I'm not important. I am impotent. What? I can't bust a grape in a tractor. Are you hearing me? I'm coming to you. Why? Because you got what I need. And I can't do this thing unless you help me. That's the people that you would accept as a client. That you accept as a teacher, coach, provider of services. Those are the kind of clients that are worth your time. Why? Because they came to you from the beginning, right off the jump, right from the time. What? They grateful. Are you hearing me? They're appreciative. Are you listening to what I'm talking about? How dare you drag these ungrateful mongrels around? I ain't never seen a generation of people so ungrateful in my life. Ungrateful and incompetent. Can't help themselves. Ain't got the answer to their own problem. Don't even want to admit they got a problem. Then come to you, and just because they got a little funky check, they think, what? You finna kiss their butt to get along with them. And you understand? You can't accept people money who what? Don't admit they got problems. Why? Because now the next thing gonna be is they're gonna be your problem. Are you hearing me? And you ain't developing clients, you developing problems. That's called problem development. Everybody put PD in the chat. You ain't doing client development. You're doing product. You're doing problem development. Are you hearing me? I said, everybody put PD in the chat. I said, you ain't doing client development. You're doing problem development. You ain't doing nothing but developing problems. Why? Because you accepted this new problem into your life. Why? Because you're so frantic over that little money. Are you hearing me? And I'm teaching you how to acquire customers today. And I'm telling you, the first thing I would do is I would do Proverbs 4 and 7, which says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. But with all you're getting, get an understanding. Understand who's trying to come into your life. Understand what? Who's trying to take up your time? Understand what? Who's trying to suck up your energy? Understand who's trying to get your information in your brain and trying to do a brain exchange with you, and make sure that they want to what? They ain't putting no strain on your brain. Why? Because they come in what? With the right attitude, the right spirit, the right temperament, the right disposition. They're teachable, they're coachable, they love God, they love you, they love the whole situation, they're grateful, they're appreciative, and what? And they worth your time. Yeah, everybody put TW in the chat. They got to be what? They got to be time worthy. All right, I don't mess with them mugs. Are you hearing me? Because a lot of people out here, they had outstanding. I don't give a rat's behind about nobody's money. Ain't a person on earth got enough money to write me a check to waste my time, run me around, try to boss me around, slow as a box of rocks. Know they couldn't help themselves in the first place, and then want to run up in here acting like they already had the answers. If you got the answers already, then go ahead on about your business. What you doing around here? Are you hearing me? And I demand that y'all start treating yourself better. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Are you hearing me? Better self-treatment. BST. Put it in the chat. Come on, put it in the chat. And I'm going to speak over your life because you've been dogging yourself. And then I'm going to teach y'all this next point. All right. BST. Come on, everybody. Come on. Come on, hurry up. Come on, BST. Come on. I got to speak over your life. Y'all been dogging this. Got to be some better self-treatment around here. Come on, hurry up. All right. Because I can speak over your life. I speak better self-treatment into your life. You will not treat yourself like that anymore, Della. Humble Watchman, I speak better self-treatment into your life. You will not treat yourself like that anymore. James, I speak better self-treatment into your life. You will not treat yourself like that anymore. Curtis, I speak better self-treatment into your life. You will not treat yourself like that anymore. Shannon, I speak better self-treatment into your life. You will not treat yourself like that anymore. The Bulgy, I speak better self-treatment into your life. You will not treat yourself like that anymore. Anthony, I speak better self-treatment into your life. You will not treat yourself like that anymore. Joe, I speak better self-treatment into your life. You will not treat yourself like that anymore. Rochelle, I speak better self-treatment into your life. You will not treat yourself like that anymore. Who else want to be blessed? Come on, I'm speaking over your life. You're tired of dogging yourself? You're tired of settling for these little poop butts coming into your life? You don't need them people for clients. Are you listening to me? Benjamin, I speak better self-treatment into your life. What you should treat yourself better from this day forward. Watch, that chain been broken. Are you hearing me? Who else want that chain broken? I said, who else want that chain broken? Put B, better self-treatment, BST in the chat. Come on, who else want that chain broken? All right. Come on, Genuine. I speak what? Better self-treatment into your life. You should treat yourself better from this day forward. You should not accept the foolishness you've been accepting before. Sandra, I speak better self-treatment into your life. You are delivered from that spirit starting right now today. Nikki, I speak better self-treatment into your life. You are delivered from that spirit. You have delivered yourself from that spirit right now just because you admitted it. All right, come on. Jane, I speak better self-treatment into your life. Mr. Get It, I speak better self-treatment into your life. Day God, I speak better self-treatment into your life. Who else want to be delivered from this mess? Who else want to be this 255777K? I speak better self-treatment into your life. Zach, I speak better self-treatment into your life. D, I speak better self-treatment into your life. Nate, I speak better self-treatment in your life. Come on, I feel anointing today. Who else tired of this mess? I said, who else tired of this mess? Put BST in that chat. Better self-treatment. Come on, I'm gonna speak over your life too. Come on, before we move forward. Come on, I feel the Holy Ghost. Who else is tired of accepting anybody into your life? Because you want a new client, you know your life is pure hell. Why? Because you ain't got no standards. All right, come on, BST. Who else? Come on, BST. Who else? All right, let's move on. Jesus asked the man, do you want to be made whole? The man said he gave Jesus a legitimate reason. Everybody put LR in the chat. The reason people come to you is because they got legitimate reasons to come to you. That's why they want to be your client. Everybody put LR in the chat. He gave Jesus a legitimate reason. This is not an excuse. That's why Jesus didn't get mad at the man. The man gave him a legitimate reason. It ain't no reason for you to be in business unless you can help somebody, unless you can do something for somebody they couldn't do for themselves. You wouldn't even be in the marketplace. That's the whole reason the customer coming to you in the first place. Don't you get mad when a person tell you what's wrong with them. They got legitimate reasons why they can't do things. Are you hearing me? And you wouldn't even exist unless you was the answer to a legitimate problem. Are you hearing me? You wouldn't even be in business. Why? Because wouldn't nobody be coming to you. So don't get an attitude with people when you find out they need your help. You should be inquiring what's wrong with them in the first place. Why? So you can help them in the first place. When the man told Jesus his legitimate reason, what? That he too slow. I can't get over here. Everybody bum rushing the joint. I just can't get there, Lord. I'm trying, but I'm just hit. All right. Come on. If you're ready for God to help you, put I'm hit in the chat. Come on. If you're ready for God to help you, put I'm hit in the chat. I said, if you're ready for God to help you, put I'm hit in the chat. Are you hearing me? I'm hit, Lord. Are you hearing me? What? I ain't coming to you acting like I got it together because I ain't. All right. I ain't got it together. But I'm hit with like a 60-mile-an-hour fastball. Bing, bang. I hear me. Life is pimp slapping a taste out of my mouth. I ain't tasted nothing for 6 months. Why? I'm hit and I need what? I need help. Are you hearing me? And when you come to what? God like that, then he'll send you people. And then the person to do what? The person to help because God works through people. You say, I just want to get my help from God. I don't want to get it from no human beings. You sick in the head. That's what's wrong with you. You're just an arrogant person. All right, listen to me. And what? And you sick in the head. You got some serious demons working on you. And you deserve all the trouble you got. You deserve to be sitting over there right next to that pool while everybody else is getting in the water, while everybody else is getting their help, while everybody else is getting a blessing, while everybody else is moving forward. You'll deserve your little arrogant butt, your hard-headed butt, your tight butt cheek behind. You deserve the trouble you have. Why? Because you ain't got no humility. Are you hearing me? You won't admit that you hit. Put it in that chat. I'm hit, Lord, and watch what happens to you. God ain't got nothing. God already know anyway. It ain't like you telling him nothing he ain't know. It's just good for you to admit it. It's good for me to admit it. Why? So we can move on with our life. So we can have a much better life. And when you're acquiring customers, don't mess with nobody who don't tell you I'm hit. Make them say that first, or don't give them no presentation. You know how many times y'all trying to acquire a customer who don't appreciate you, ain't even listening to you. Why? Because you didn't ask them what's his problem and admit you got one. Are you hearing me? And what? It'll change the whole kaleidoscope of how y'all do business. We make millions and millions of dollars. Why? Because I don't do no presentations to folks who don't want one. Did you hear what I said? I don't waste my breath, waste my time talking to somebody who what? Don't want no help. Are you hearing me? So Jesus asked the man, what's going on with you? He said, I can't get no water. Jesus said, all right, man, pick up your bed and walk. Jesus is like, the only thing I wanted to hear from you is that you've been trying to help yourself. He said, so what? That's good enough for me. Now I'm all in. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? And if you ever want something to happen good in your life, all you got to do is admit, first of all, that you can't help yourself. And then second of all, that you are open to some help. That's all you got to do. I mean, that's it. It's just that easy. And what? All kind of people will start showing up. God will start sending people from the north, the south, the east, and the west. Man, God will do anything for a humble person. He said, I will in no wise cast out him that come up to me. I won't withhold no good thing from him that walk upright before me. He said, you have not because you ask not. He said, and when you ask that you consume it upon your own lust. He said, why? Because you ain't asking for the right reasons. But when you ask for the right reason and you ask for the right thing, you always get it. Did you hear what I said? I said, when you ask for the right reason and you ask for the right thing, you get it 100% of the time. Let me tell you that one more time. I said, when you ask for the right reasons and you ask for the right thing, you have a 100% what? Accuracy rate. Everybody put 100% in that check. All right. I'm talking about my God today. My God is 100% God. Are you hearing me? Every time I ask him for something and I ask for the right reasons and I ask for the right thing, he always give it to me. Did you hear what I said? So you ain't used to that. Why? Because first of all, you ain't admitting you got no problem. Second of all, you ain't asking for nothing. Then when you do ask for something, you ain't ask for the right thing. And if you ask for the right thing, you ain't ask for the right reason. And now you wondering why you can't never get nothing. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? God already knew. He knew how I was going to act way before I had some money. I was already generous. I was already giving away stuff. I was already nice to people, or kind of people, I should say. I don't like the word nice. I was always thinking about somebody else. My head was always on what's going on with the next person. I was never consumed in my own problems. I was never selfish and sitting around crying the blues and acting like some little stuck up with my finger in my mouth, entitled type. I didn't have that. I ain't never had that type of attitude. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? I done did a whole bunch of wrong, a whole bunch of evil and stuff, but I ain't never been guilty of that. So God knew what? He said, man, when you got $50, you're going to be a multi-millionaire. Why? He said, because you're going to give a whole bunch of money away anyway. You're going to be kind to people. You're going to be what? Polite to people. You're going to take care of folks. You're going to teach people what to do. You're going to share what it is that you learned about stuff. You're not going to be hoarding on nothing. God already knew all of that. So what? I ain't never had to ask him for a request that he didn't want to grant. Matter of fact, I ain't even asked God for a whole lot of stuff. He granted stuff without me even asking for it. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing what I'm talking about? I'm talking about requests granted that ain't even asked for. Y'all asking for stuff that ain't even been granted, and I'm getting stuff that ain't even been requested. Why? Because of the principles I live by. I'm trying to teach you the same thing. Because you can come up from any situation. If you just change your attitude and your temperament and your disposition about stuff, stop acting like you all that in a bag of chips and admit that you slow as hell and that you need some help. Are you hearing me? And watch what happen to you. You'll be just like that. Boom, things will change. Just like that. Boom, thing. What? Jesus healed that man on the spot. Did you hear what I'm talking about? Everybody put on the spot in the chat. Y'all sitting around here thinking, Talking about, man, my stuff just ain't changed. Your stuff ain't changed because you ain't changed. Now you hearing me? And your stuff ain't gonna change until you change. Everybody put on the spot in the chat. You hear me? Now you hear me? If any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. Behold, all things are passed away. Behold, all things become new. I don't want to hear that crap. Now you hearing me? The problem with you is what? You ain't new. That's what's problem with you. That's why you got the same old problems. Why? Because you ain't new. Did you hear what I said? You said that's why you got the same old problems, because you ain't new. Did you hear me? Once you become new, everything around you become new. And the Bible says, if any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, what? All things become new. He said, how many of them? He said 2/3 of it. No, he didn't say 2/3. He said all things. You know, you say, what you mean 3/4 of it? No, he didn't say 3/4. That ain't what the Bible says. 2 Corinthians 5:17. He said all things. You mean 9/8, 8/9, don't you, Brother Ricky? No, I know 8/9. What? All things. Why? Because what? We can do all things through him who strengthens us. And if I was you, I would just admit my problems. I would admit them to God, stop faking and shaking like I ain't got it, and then say, okay, God, make me new. All right. And then what? You'll start seeing a newness in your life with everything that you do. First thing you'll start seeing is new people in your life. Once you become new, all them old, let me tell you something, you can't put new wine in old bottles. So as soon as you become new, your old friends, they fire you. You ain't even got to fire them. Are you hearing me? Your little trifling boyfriend you've been hanging out around for the last 15 years, who still got rollers in his head, don't get up until noon, still smoking blunts. You ain't got to worry about that mog leaving. Are you hearing me? You start doing right, that trick will leave on his own. Why? Because he can't take all that Holy Ghost in you. Can't take all that righteous behavior in you. He'll feel guilty. What? He'll be like, I can't sit around here. This chick, what? She ain't twerking no more for me. You know what I'm talking about? She ain't hanging out in the club with me, ain't drinking no 40s no more. This sister over here singing, oh, how I love Jesus. What the hell? The devil don't want to hear that. You hear what I'm talking about? He want to hear from the window to the wall. So while you over here singing, oh, how I love Jesus and praising God and stuff, that trick can get up and leave on his own. You ain't even got to worry about that. Are you hearing me? Or that chick, you know, whoever you kicking it with, that's a devil. Whoever you kicking it with, that's a bum. Whoever you kicking it with, that's a loser. You ain't got to worry about losing them. They'll lose themselves. Are you hearing me? Why? Because they can't take the newness of life. Why? Because they don't want to do nothing new. I hear what I'm talking about. So you worry about yourself. Don't be worried about them. You be concerned about yourself. Don't be concerned about them. You handle your business. Don't worry about them. You handle your business. And what? That stuff will work itself out. Are you hear what I'm talking about? Because the old folks can't hang around new people. Are you listening to me? You shared that stuff. So it took me 37 minutes just to teach y'all the first point about people, but I got to move on. All right. So acquiring people as clients is one of your life's blood to your income. So you make sure that the people come in are worth your time because you have a life to live. Number two, you want to learn how to investigate organizations. All right. So everybody put IO in the chat, because organizations are your clients too. Everybody put IO in the chat. All right. Organizations. You say organizations like what? Okay. Like the bank. All right. The bank is, if you got some money, the bank is your client. All right. But most of you have not investigated your bank. Did you hear what I said? I said, you have not investigated your bank. You don't know nothing about banking. Most of you all. Are you listening to me? And we in business? How in the world are we going to be in business and we don't understand people? How are we going to be in business and we don't understand banking? Are you hearing me? Hey, that's what I'm talking about. If you understood banking, if you was investigating them the way I investigate them, then what? You would learn how to put every dollar you put in the bank, you would learn how to put it in as a creditor so they have to give it back to you. If you was investigating them the way that I investigate them, then you would learn how to 1099 the bank the way we do. All right. If you was investigating them the way we investigate them. Why? Because we investigate everybody that's a client. Why? Because the bank has a know your client rule. So what we got? We got a know your bank rule. Did you hear what I'm talking about? All right, everybody put in the chat. KYBR. There you go. Everybody put it in there. KYBR. You say, what is that? Know your bank rule. Your bank is your client. And the whole thing I'm teaching you today is wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. But with all you're getting understanding. So you got three different kind of clients that you want to acquire. Number one, people. Number two, organizations. The number one organization you want to check out is the bank. Why? Because all y'all money is moving through a bank. All of our money is moving through a bank. That's the way we do business today. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? In a while, we won't even have to move our money back and forth with banks because things are going to be decentralized. I get to that point on my last point that I'm going to make today about investments. But right now, that's the way everybody moving and shaking. So why in the world would you be doing business with somebody that you don't know? Let that marinate. I said, why would you be doing business with somebody that know everything about you, but you don't know nothing about them? Why would you be part of an organization that knows everything about your dirty draws and you don't know nothing about them? Are you hearing me? They ain't got to be accountable to you about nothing. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Because if you knew your bank, then you would understand some things about banking. One thing you would understand about banking is what? They just pass laws uh, from the Federal Reserve, and you don't even know the laws. Are you hearing me? You're not even aware of what's going on. Why? Because to you, you're just happy that they took you as a client. But what you don't understand is that they are your client too. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? You are dual clients. Come on, everybody put DC in the chat again. Because y'all understand what I'm telling you. You ain't gonna never have no money until you understand that what? People are not the only clients you have. Organizations are your clients too. Why? Anybody that you involve with, all right, that has the potential to increase your income is your client. Are you hearing me? Anybody or any organization. And what, the bank is the number one organization with how we do business here in America, how we do business around the world. What? And the average Joe, the average person, the average king, the average queen that I'm talking to right now is 100% ignorant of the banking system and ain't even trying to learn what's going on. Just go in and acquiesce, just sit down, do what you told, and shut up and just what? Let people boss you around, take your money, use your money, flip your money, convert your money, and what? And you would know these things, what? If you were studying the bank. Okay, it's two things you would know if you were studying the bank, that the banks are obsessed, all right? So everybody put BO in the chat. The banks are obsessed with two things, all right? Okay, come on. Everybody put BO in the chat. Say the banks, they obsessed. You say what? They obsessed with two things. You say, what are the bank obsessions? Okay, number one, the bank is obsessed with what? Giving you interest, all right? So they have an interest obsession. So everybody put IO in the chat. They have an interest obsession. Okay. You say, why is that? All y'all know. As soon as you go into the bank, first thing they do is they say, hey, we've got these great accounts right here. We've got these high yielding accounts. We've got this 3% account that's high yielding. How you must be high talking about that. 3%, it takes 24 years for your money to double. How dead you gonna be in 24 years, especially all y'all old like me. I said, how dead are you gonna be in 24 years? And a bank got the audacity to bring you in and tell you something is high. They must be high. And you must be high what? Thinking that that's high. I hear what I'm talking about. You must be drinking 40s. I hear what I'm talking about. For somebody to tell you that something that paid 3% interest is high. Wait till I get to these investments in a second. I'm going to really blow your socks off. You're going to have to run down the street with no shoes on. I hear what I'm talking about. 3%, 24 years. Everybody put 24 years in the chat. 24 years. And you got to be high and dumb for somebody to tell you something that's stupid. And you go for it. Are you hearing me? For a personal insult you like that. You just sit down at the banker and they just sit there and start insulting you. Tell you something that's high. It take 20, everybody put 24 years in the chat. You must be high. And what? They must be high. What the hell? Everybody must be drinking 40s. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? To sit down in a business meeting and somebody tell you something that dumb. Are you hearing me? Hey, listen here. We got an account for you. A high interest account. All right. And we'll give you 3% interest on your money. All right. Just hanging there with us. Hanging there with us. Hanging there with us. We've got your back. All right. They ain't got your back. Man, that's the strip club. You hear what I'm talking about? But might as well be dollar bill behind the counter. Are you hearing me? Everybody put SC in the chat. The bank ain't nothing but the strip club. As soon as you walk in, they strip your butt. Did you hear what I'm talking about? You talking about from the window to the wall. That ought to be playing in the background while you opening up a bank account. From the window to the wall, yeah. From the window to the wall, what? Because they stripping your butt. Are you hearing me? It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. I want to take. That's what they ought to be playing. That's what they ought to be playing in every bank when you walk in. They stripping your behind. But because you don't know the bank, they're your client. But you don't know your client. Why? Because you don't ask your client no questions when you go into the bank. They stripping your behind. You don't ask them nothing. You don't know nothing about the bank. You have no idea why they over there begging you to take some interest. Why would somebody beg you to take some interest? I said, why would somebody beg you to take some interest? Why? Because now they can trade your stuff on the stock exchange up to 15 times a day. Now they can do what? Now they can get credits from the Federal Reserve up to 10 times every bank deposit you put in. Why? Because you got interest on your account. Are you hearing me? You thought somebody was being nice to you. That's because what? Nice means slow, retarded, naive, and gullible. That's what nice means. So you're right about that. The bank treats you real nice. They treat you like you slow, gullible, naive, and ain't got the son she was born with. Why? Because you don't investigate them. You hear what I'm talking about? And you got a nice relationship. And you don't want no nice relationships with folks. You want, what you want? You want transparent relationships. Everybody put TR in the chat. Ain't nothing nice about you knowing everything about me and I don't know nothing about you. I'm talking about customer acquisitions today. And if I was you, every customer that I have an acquisition with, they'd have to be transparent with me, or you can't be my client. Why? Because you ain't just the bank's client. The bank is your client too. Are you hearing me? Are y'all listening to me? I know you ain't been trained like this. That's why you need to be coming and learning the stuff that we do so you can learn how to make some real money, because y'all live in a world. Y'all live in a fantasy world. Y'all don't live in a real world. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? Are you digging what I'm saying? So they obsessed with giving you some interest. And then they obsessed with what? Finding and getting your social security number. You say, what? They obsessed with those two things. You say, why are they obsessed with those two things? We're going to move on to the next organization so you can find out. See, you don't know stuff about them, but they know stuff about you. Are you hearing me? And you don't inquire. Why? Because the way you've been trained as a person is for you to give up all your information to whoever you meet, up under the illusion that if you do this, you'll make some money, you'll have some income coming in. But you are under an illusion, because you cannot do business with people that you know about, that know about you, but you don't know about them. That's a retarded way to do business. It makes no sense whatsoever. It is not of God. God is not an ignorant God. Are you hearing me? And God does not promote ignorance. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? And you are out of the will of God, which is why your money's so funny and your change so strange, and why you're being pimped by institutions and organizations. Why? Because you're scared of these organizations, because they know you. If they know what? They know how to make you scared. They know what? They know how to intimidate you. They know what? They know how to make you feel like what? They doing you a favor by accepting your money. And what? It ain't nothing but no Vaseline banking. Everybody put NVB in the chat. Are you hearing me? Everybody put NVB in the chat. NVB. No Vaseline banking. That's what y'all on. All right. Everybody around me know what? I keep a fresh bottle of Vaseline. Why? I can't stand crusty lips. That's why. All right. Everybody around me know that. Anybody ever been around Brother Ricky? As soon as my kids get in the car, hey, Daddy, can I get some of that Vaseline? Because they already know. I quit a chick because she has some crusty lips. You know what I'm talking about? So what? Hell no. What y'all doing banking, though? Y'all doing no Vaseline banking. Why? Because they popping your butt off. Why? Because you're just sitting there so doggone naive and glad to be there. Are you hearing me? Gladly giving up the jewels. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? With no Vaseline on top of that. You say, that's really gross, Brother Ricky. That's the way your bank account look. That's the way your financial life look. It look gross. Why? Because you're just such a sucker. Just go for whatever and let these people punk you and intimidate you. And the bank is very intimidating. You say, why is that? Because when you don't know nothing, people intimidate you. You don't know what's going on the other side of the counter. Are you listening to me? Why? Because you ain't reading nothing. You ain't investigating nothing. If you was reading something, then you would already know what? You'd already know the law got passed in March 26th March 26th of 2020, 6 years ago. You know that the law was passed. The bank said they ain't even got to have no reserves. All right. So you walking in a bank. Okay. Zero reserves. Everybody put zero reserves in the chat. You say you told us that before, Brother Ricky. Yeah, but you ain't learned. You ain't listening. So I need to tell you again. Everybody put zero reserves in the chat. This don't even bother you. It don't even bother you about the fact that you ain't got no money in the bank. It don't even bother you. It don't even bother you about the fact that you walking in the bank looking at statements and your money ain't even in there. It don't even bother you. Are you hearing me? Why? Because you ain't got no transparent relationship. You're not investigating your client. If you was investigating your client, then you would know that the feds already passed the law in 2020, 6 years ago. Say everybody put zero reserves in that chat. All right. And start teaching your kids. Y'all ain't even having conversations with y'all kids about the bank. Y'all kids going back and forth to school. They wasting your children's time. Are you listening to me? They not teaching your children banking in the school. Well, first of all, why in the world would they do that when the books are ordained by the Federal Reserve in the first place? The last thing in the world they're going to do is teach you banking. Well, they're like, what the hell? You messing around and get rich. We got to keep our thumb. We got to keep our foot on your neck. Are you hear what I'm talking about? And y'all just sit around here like these organizations are innocent and stuff. These people ain't innocent. Are you hear what I'm saying? And what? Don't be no punk all your life. This is your life. You ain't here to let nobody intimidate you and to help them make them rich. And you don't know what the hell is going on. Why? You got to be an educated person to be wealthy. Are you listening to me? When you're acquiring customers, first of all, you need to know what a customer is. A customer is any person or any organization that you hook up with that help produce income into your family. Are you listening to me? So a bank is your customer just like you their customer. It's just that they know everything about you because they got to know your customer rule, and you don't know nothing about them because you ain't got your know your bank rule because you don't study the bank. Are you hear what I'm talking about? Because if you did, you know why they got an obsession what to get your social, and why they got an obsession to do what to get your to give you interest. You would understand that. All right, so let's move on. What's another organization that you don't know much about? You don't know much about the IRS. Okay, everybody put IRS in the chat. As soon as we put these letters in the chat, look at y'all. Look at y'all blood pressure going up. All right. Let me tell you about your stepsister, Iris. All right. Let me tell you about your stepsister. Everybody put IRS in the chat. All right. Because I know y'all scared. I know y'all scared of them. Why? Because they know you, but you don't know them. Are you hearing me? They look like Freaky Jason to you. They done punked the hell out y'all. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? And the moves y'all be making and stuff, they don't even be making no sense. Why? Because you don't understand the IRS is your client. Did you hear what I said? The I, the R, and the S is not a government entity. Are you listening to me? They are a company. Are you hear what I'm talking about? They are owned by Northern Trust Incorporated. Are you hearing me? You don't even know who owns the IRS. You think they're part of the government. Are you listening to me? No wonder you such a punk. No wonder you so scary. No wonder you what hiding up under the table right now. No wonder you won't deal with your finances. Are you listening to me? No wonder they got you scared like Fred. Should have stayed home with the covers over your head. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? So let's break down IRS so we can help you some, and rewind this video and send it to you and make your kids sit down and watch it. All right, and get some history lessons and stuff and learn about money instead of sitting around here acting like it ain't, because your money, your funny, your change is strange, and you ain't gonna never have no money being ignorant. Okay, so let somebody teach you. Let Uncle Ricky teach you, and then take the stuff and rewind it and teach your kids. Are you hearing me? So let's go back. When did they even start income taxes? In 1861. You say why? Because there was a civil war going on, and what the North was losing. All right, and the North wanted to do what? Abraham Lincoln wanted to do what? He wanted to keep the Union together. Are you hearing me? He wasn't interested in freeing those slaves. He was interested in keeping the Union together. I hear what I'm talking about. And there's two things that he realized he needed to do. He needed to help fund the war. He needed to let black folks fight. Are you hearing me? Why? Because they wasn't going to win that civil war until they started letting the slaves fight. Because wasn't nobody going to fight like a slave. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Are you hearing me? Slaves, people who what? Wives been robbed, raped, pillaged. Are you hearing me? Men been castrated. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Children been thrown in the rivers. Are you hearing about crazy white savage folk and all this sort of thing? You better believe what? A slave gonna fight his behind off. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Abraham Lincoln was like, what? We are losing the Union. Are you hearing me? And what? We are losing this war. Why? Because these crazy white folk down here, and these Southerners are down here, and these rednecks, they believe in they believe in their thing. They hate the idea of us exonerating slavery and stuff. They die for that stuff. They still got statues up down south of so-called heroes of the war and all that. So you go down south and look at these places, they statues still up today in 2026. The people that was murdering us, killing us, slaughtering us, treating us like dogs and all that sort of thing. What these people are still held in high esteem to this day. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? The only reason that we won that war is because they let us fight. Once we started fighting, we started kicking butt, taking names. Wasn't nobody gonna fight like we was gonna fight for our own freedom? Are you kidding me? So what? So Abraham Lincoln, he decided, well, I better let these slaves fight, or we're gonna lose this doggone war, and we better raise some income taxes to fund this situation. So they raised the income tax in 1861, but then they abolished it right after because the war was over with. So what? Then in 1894, they decided they want to raise some income taxes again. They want to tax everybody, make at least $8,000. And then what? Supreme Court, they suppressed that stuff then. So then they finally decided, what? We're going to start raising some income taxes with the 16th Amendment. So when was the 16th Amendment made? Let's see here. When was the 16th Amendment? What year was that? 16th Amendment came out in what? 1913. All right. So they started the 16th Amendment in 1913. And some people argue about whether or not that was ratified and all that. But let's not argue that. Let's just say that they went ahead on and implemented the income tax. Excuse me. In 1913. IRS deal. Okay. Why did they do it in 1913? You say, why was that so important? Because they was warming things up. Everybody put WTU in the chat. They was warming things up. You say, why was they doing this? Because they knew what they was getting ready to do as a nation. The Federal Reserve, all the stuff started way back in 1910. So the Federal Reserve already knew that we're gonna have to work in concert with the IRS to do what? To enforce our will upon people, to impose our will on folks. So they say, what we're going to do? We're going to create this income tax. What? So they created this income tax. What? When was this? Way back in what? 1913? Created this income tax. All right, with the 16th Amendment. All right. Then they said so, but we can't enforce it unless we do what? Unless we get people to give us a social security number. So they started a birth certificate. So they said this birth certificate we're gonna put on there. On this birth certificate, we're gonna turn people into straw man with this birth certificate. Why? So that we'll be able to tax them. Okay, because we want to tax them, and we're gonna pass on this debt that we have as a nation to individual people. And the way we're going to pass it on to them is by creating what's called a straw man. So they said, we're going to do this. And so they had, in order for all this stuff to come together, they had to have a social security number. So that's why they created these social security numbers. He says, so I don't believe all this stuff, Brother Ricky. I don't need you to believe nothing. All right. We already 1099 in the bank. You the one that's slow. I hear them talking about why? Because you don't read nothing. You don't study nothing. Are you hearing me? And you don't get with people who teach it. What you do is you Google a whole lot of stuff. And every time you Google something, what the hell you think gonna be on Google? Who you think control Google? Who you think control what when you go online and try to look up something? The feds control all that stuff. So when you look at it, they always teach you stuff that's contrary to what I'm teaching you right now. You say, why is that? Because it ain't in their best interest. Ain't nobody finna sit here and say we created a straw man. Ain't nobody gonna sit here and say we created a fake corporation and made you citizens of that corporation. Ain't nobody gonna say that. Are you listening to what I'm talking about? Why? Because this banking thing is a big deal. Are you hearing me? And somebody got to take on the debt. You say, what debt? Let's keep on moving up. In 1933, what happened? They had the Bankruptcy Act. You say, what happened with the Bankruptcy Act? They declared the United States bankrupt. Then they said what? They said, we're going to pass this debt on to who is citizens. What citizens? The citizens of the United States Corporation of America, not Americans, the citizens of the United States of the Corporation of America. The debt was passed to them. Say, how are we going to pass it on to them? Because we're going to give them a social security number. You say, how are we going to, so what we're going to do? We're going to tax them. Are you hearing me? So now every time they get a paycheck, we're going to take a percentage of their paycheck. Are you hearing me? And we're going to tax them because why? They got a social security number. Who we're going to use to do it? We're going to use the IRS to do it. So what? You don't investigate your organizations. Why? The Federal Reserve is your client. The IRS is your client. In the banking system, they're all your clients. All these organizations, they're your clients. But what? You don't investigate. You don't question. You don't interrogate. You don't inquire about who these people are and like how do they operate and how do they and what part of this am I playing an equation? Because if you did, you would understand what these are customers, and you want to do what? You want to acquire your money from these customers. So you got to what? You got to find out how do you acquire your money from these customers. So you say that's a real simple thing to do. All you got to do is operate out of a trust. You say, what do you mean, Brother Ricky? Because you right now you're a citizen of the United States Corporation of America. You're not a citizen of America. Of the United States of America. You're a citizen of the United States Corporation of America. You say, how do you know that? Because I investigated it. You say, well, how did that start? It started in 1868 when a company came out of Edinburgh, Scotland. They came here to the United States and said, what? We're going to start taxing folks and taking everybody's money and start passing on the debt to them. Why? Because we're going to create a person that don't even exist, and we're going to make that person responsible for the debts that we're about to create, because the whole system is going to be based on debt. It ain't going to be based on no gold or no silver no more. Everything's going to be based on a debt. You say, Dad, Ricky, you ranting on, you're going in a whole bunch of different directions. It sounds like ranting to you because you ain't read nothing. It sounds like ranting to you because you ain't studied nothing. It sounds like ranting to you. Why? Because you haven't investigated your clients. Hey, listen to me. These are your clients. The IRS is your client. The bank is your client. And the Federal Reserve are your clients. You need to investigate these people. Are you listening to me? And don't listen to just don't watch some stuff that you saw online and just G for it. What? Study to show yourself approved, a workman that needed not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth, because these are your clients, and all clients need to be what? Investigated. Are you hearing me? They investigate you. They know you're coming out. They know you're going in. Are you hear what I'm talking about? And they do what? They do unscrupulous things to you. Why? Unbeknownst to you. But the IRS just sent a letter to Shantae. Shantae, my wife. All right. Telling her she owed $50,000 for some taxes. A $50,000 fine. All right. We like, what the hell? She get on the phone. It take 5 hours. Somebody put 5 hours in the chat. She on the phone for 5 hours talking to these moms. Come on. Somebody put 5 hours in the chat. She on the phone for 5 hours waiting for somebody to answer her call on the IRS. 5 hours. Somebody put 5 hours in the chat. Come on, hurry up. Put 5 hours in the chat. I'm just telling you, this ain't nothing but a company. Y'all sitting up here all afraid of a company like they God. These people are not God. Human beings are not God. Stop treating human beings like they God, and stop treating God like he a human being. Are y'all listening to me? I said, stop treating human beings like they God, and stop treating God like he a human being. Are you hearing me? Enough of this anxiety and all this foolishness where you won't even investigate what's going on because you're scary, but you're afraid you're going to jail, afraid somebody's going to come. First of all, the IRS don't even work up under Title 20. They work up under Title 25. And people being enforcing things is what, Title 26. I might have got that mixed up. Anyway, the title that they work up under, they can't even enforce jail sentences and all that kind of stuff. I hear I'm talking about. This stuff is illegal. But if you don't know that, then you'll be afraid to fight for your stuff when they just say something. They just send you a form to your crib and just tell you that it's like that and just expect you to G for it. So we was like, what the hell is y'all talking about? So she finally gets on the phone with him. In the years that she was filing head of household, they told her, no, they said you filed some taxes as head of household, but you wasn't a head of household. And all they lazy butt had to do was just look up her status, whether she was married at the time or not. And they would have saw that she was filing head of household because she was the head of her household. And they claiming that she was filing up under a false status. It had audacity to tell her that she had a frivolous filing. The next time the IRS tell you have a frivolous filing, you make sure they got to prove to you that your filing is frivolous. Everybody put prove it in the chat. Come on, everybody put prove. Y'all don't even make them prove stuff when they talking to y'all. Everybody put prove it in the chat. They just send you a letter and scare the hell out you. Are y'all hearing me? Everybody put prove it in the chat. Come on, put prove it in the chat. Y'all, listen, y'all better get some spiritual balls. You're going to have some money. Are you hearing me? I said, y'all better get some spiritual balls if you're going to have some money. Now, you listen to me. Y'all better get some spiritual balls if you're going to have some money. Don't let nobody send you no letter and you just run out into the moving traffic and do whatever the hell they said. Tell them to prove it. Are you hearing me? Don't be sending me some stuff, just telling me what. I got a G for that just because you said it. Let me tell you how crazy this letter was. The letter said you got a $50,000 fine over frivolous filing. And you can pay the fine. And if we find, listen to this. If this ain't pimping, I don't know what it is. They said you can pay the fine because it's going up every month. You got, I think it said you had 10 days or something like that from this notice to pay $50,000. Everybody put 10 days in the chat. Man, this stuff make you just want to jump through the phone and choke somebody. Everybody put 10 days in the chat. And it make me mad because I'm mad for y'all. I ain't worried. I ain't never worried about it. I know this ain't nothing but some punk organizations trying to punk us. I'm not afraid of no human beings. Why? I studied the law. I hear what I'm talking about. I studied my way out of fear. And if I was you, I would study my way out of fear if I was you too. I study my way out of anxiety. I don't panic when people send papers and stuff to me because I know what? I know that they be on some nonsense. Are you listening to me? And I don't be worried about that stuff at all. I said, baby, don't worry about that. I said, don't worry about that at all. I said, that's some nonsense. I said, get them on the phone and tell them to prove what they're talking about. The letter didn't even have what they called her being frivolous about. Somebody send you something telling you it was frivolous. You tell them to prove it. All right. And that stuff is going to go away. You see, why? Because they ain't got no proof. Why? Because they just send letters out arbitrarily with AI. Plus, half the people that work for the IRS right now just started working for them. They fired a good portion of the staff. They so confused. Are you hearing me? Are you listening to what I'm talking about? Trump sued them at the beginning of the year in January. They paid him $1.7 million in July. Trump sued the IRS. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Sued them in hold on a second. Trump sued the IRS. He sued them for what? In January. Talking about, man, y'all meddling in my business because they be doing stuff that be unscrupulous. I hear him talking about. Hey, listen to me. Be violating your rights and stuff like that. And they know because they know you. See, they study you. They study your tendencies and stuff because what? They know their client. You just don't know your clients. And I'm telling you, there's 3 clients that you want. That I'm just telling you about 3 different acquisitions. There are a whole lot of different client acquisitions. Number 1 is people. Number 2 is organizations. These are your clients. Are you hearing me? What? And you know your client. Why? Because your clients are studying you. Don't let them study you and you don't study them. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Know that this is just a company that's owned by Northern Trust. This is not a government entity. Are you listening to me? And they violate your rights over and over and over and over again. Why? Because they know you are acquiescence and they know what you just give in. What? They just send a piece of paper to you and you start panicking and sweating and stuff and thinking what? And they're going to do illegitimate stuff to you if you let them. Are you hearing me? So Shantae gets on the phone and she's on there 5 hours. And I had to call about something we was talking. She said, I'm on the line with the IRS people right now. And I say, record it all. I say, record everything. Everybody put record everything in the chat. Or just put record it in the chat. You start talking to somebody, record it. Get their name. This ain't nothing but a company. They not God. They ain't got no business telling you owe them some money. And then you call them and you can't record what's going on. They had a nerve to be on the other time. This call is being recorded. You got that right. It's being recorded over here too. Everybody put recorded in the chat. I'll tell you got a right to record things. Are you listening to me? I said you got a right to record things. Put recorded in the chat. I'm teaching y'all about customer acquisition today. And y'all better learn that y'all organizations that you do business with, they're your customers too. We already went over the bank. Now we're going over the IRS. All right. Their inception, when they started, just rewind this tape if you're late. Okay. And where they are currently with how they doing business right now. Right now, the IRS is all over the place. Are you hearing me? They slow as hell to be able to send back the money they owe us for different things and all that stuff. Why they slow and stuff? Because they all discombobulated. Are you hearing me? You send them something, when you tell them that you done messed up and you want your stuff straightened out, they're going to send you a letter talking about, we working on that. We working. Now they got the audacity to send you a letter that's frivolous and ain't right. And then when you check them and you send them and you tell them, okay, I want my stuff straightened out right away, they do what? Then they be like, oh man, we gonna get, just like you want a speedy trial when you proving that you ain't nothing wrong with what you did, and the state starts scrambling all around all the place. Why? Because they're not used to you fighting back. Are you hearing me? Everybody put fight back in the chat. Are you hearing me? They're not used to y'all fighting back. Are you hearing me? Are you listening to me? I'm tired of y'all being punks. I'm tired of y'all letting people just ruin y'all life. I'm tired of y'all letting people just intrude on you. I'm tired of you just letting people violate your rights. I'm tired. Somebody got to speak up. Are you hearing me? I said, somebody got to speak up. Are you hear what I'm talking about? They got my wife on the phone for 5 hours. I ain't like that. Him and her up for 5 hours, lying in the first place. And they're talking about she owed something she didn't owe. So she get on, finally she gets to talking to the lady. And the lady said, well, you know, it appears that she said, don't peer like nothing. All right. You sent over proof that I wasn't the head of the household, because I got proof that I was. So you proved to me what you're talking about. You the one sent me a letter talking about you owe me something. Are you hearing me? And I want all of these so-called fees and stuff that you got, I want them to stop. But let me tell you something. One reason that they sent her that $50,000 bill, because she has what's called a Cesta K account. All of us have one. Are you hearing me? Whenever they send you a bill, that means that what? They just took that bill out of your Cesta K account. All right. So everybody put they dipped in the chat. They just dipped on Shantae for $50,000. Are you hearing me? They got it when they sent her the letter. That was proof what? That they had dipped into her account. Everybody put they dipped in the chat. So y'all don't know this because y'all don't investigate y'all clients. All right. Come on, everybody put they dipped in the chat. Come on. They dipped. They trying to get her to send her $50,000. And they done already dipped in her account for $50,000 when they sent the notice. Are you listening to me? Because every bill that somebody sends you is a coupon. And that means what? It's a bill that's already been paid before you pay it. Are you hearing me? So whenever they send you something, it's because they already dipped. You say, why would they even start this frivolous file and stuff in the first place and even send this thing to Shantae? Who in the world, who's so slow they don't know who married and who ain't married? Oh, they knew better. They knew better. They knew better. They just did what? When they sent the letter, they just dipped. Are you hearing me? Into an account. Are you hearing me? Why? It was a good excuse to dip into a Cesta K account. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Are you listening to me? So they dipped into the account, and then they think she gonna be stupid enough to what? To pay them so they can double dip. All right, everybody put double dip in the chat. Because they send y'all these frivolous bills. Y'all pay the bill, and they just double dipped on y'all. Everybody put double dip in the chat. You say, I don't understand what you're talking about, Brother Ricky. Rewind this video and listen. All right? Put double dip in the chat. Double dip. Are you hearing me? They send you a frivolous bill. That ain't even no real bill that they already collected the money on, and then think you stupid enough to send them some money twice. So after 5 hours, you know, now they gotta what? They gotta reverse all of that stuff. All right. They gotta reverse all of that stuff. And if you want to learn more about how you can have the bills, the frivolous bills that's been sent to you show up as credits, and you can end up getting a credit for the frivolous bill, then put IMF in the chat, and y'all come and meet us in person. All right, y'all come on my free class, to my next free class, which is what? Wednesday. Just put IMF in the chat, or go to rickthewealthcoach.com and come and meet us. You know, come and meet us in my class where I break it down like a fraction in my free class. All right, come on over there so you can learn some stuff. Why? Because y'all just being dogged. Are you hearing me? You don't know your rights. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? You ain't getting this money. Are you hearing me? You are extremely behind. You live in a world that don't even exist. You live in a fantasy world. They got you scared, afraid, intimidating you and stuff because you don't know your client. Are you hearing me? They know you, but you don't know them. And they will do anything to you when you don't know them. The invisible man can pimp slap you every which way but tough. If you don't know the invisible man, what the hell you going to do? Who ran off with my stuff? I don't know. They're invisible. All right? You got to make them what? Show their face. Are you hearing me? Everybody put show your face in the chat. Are you hearing me? Everybody put show your face in the chat. Sending me all this nonsense. Man, show your face. Are you hearing me? Everybody put show your face in the chat. Come on. I'm teaching y'all how to acquire customers. Number one, people are your customers. Number two, organizations are your customers, namely the bank, the Federal Reserve, and IRS. Those three organizations are your major three customers, and you should know them. All right. And I've been teaching for an hour and 9 minutes, and I barely scratching the surface on stuff you need to know. Well, it's just I'm getting hungry, so I gotta go. So I can't keep teaching you about that. Come to the IMF. All right. And if you don't get a link from us that says IMF, go to rickthewealthcoach.com, rickthewealthcoach.com, and get your ticket there. It's free. All right. You say, I don't know you, Brother Ricky. I don't know you either. That's why I have a free class. You say, what? You mean you don't want my money? Not necessarily, because I don't know you. I would rather you come to something free that I'm doing so I can get to know you. See, I have to know my clients. Are you hearing me? Are you listening to what I'm talking about? You can't just roll up and give me no money because I don't need your money. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Are you listening to me? So you sure are a good salesperson. You sure know how to give. You can think whatever you want to think. All right? Come to my class and say one dumb thing. You'll see how fast you get exited. Are you hearing me? I don't let nobody come around me talking slick. I had a dude in the last class I just had. And he said, hey, man, would you hurry up, man, and get to the point? I said, we're going to get to the point real quick. And I pressed the button and push that trick off the screen and let them know, man, we some Holy Ghost gangsters around here. You're talking to the wrong cat. Are you listening to what I'm talking about? Ain't nobody kissing your butt to get along with you. Are you hearing me? We don't play that stuff around here. No puckering up in this joint. We are respectful. Are you hear what I'm talking about? And you won't bring what? You won't bring a nappy head around here being all disrespectful, disrespecting the man of God, disrespecting the people of God, because we are kings and we demand respect. We demand respect from people, and we would demand respect from organizations. Are you hear what I'm talking about? Why? You ain't got but one life to live, baby. Don't let nobody sit around and punk you. Are you hearing me? Don't roll up in here with your foolishness. You'll get pimp slapped back to Africa. So you tell them to show their face. All right? Tell them to show their face. Tell them to show their face. Tell them to show their face. We got on that phone and told her, show your face. Send us some stuff over. This erroneous foolishness over here trying to mess up a person's day. Y'all know how y'all get when y'all get them notices. Y'all stomach start hurting. You hear me? Your blood pressure go up. You start staggering. Oh, Elizabeth. Oh, Elizabeth. 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 That's the big one. That's the big one. It ain't nothing but a notice from the IRS. They drove you crazy. Are you hear me? Okay, I got one more thing. All right, one more thing. All right, so number one, people. Number two, organizations. And number three, your clients are investments, all right? So everybody put IC in the chat. You got investment clients too. You say, I don't understand that. What you mean a client is an investment? Remember, a client is anything or anybody that you put your time into that produces income for you. That's what a client is. It's not always a human being. Sometimes it's an investment. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? And most of y'all, the stuff that y'all invested in, Lord have mercy, you must not know nothing about y'all clients. Are you hearing me? Some of y'all invested in a bank account. Woo! You must not know much about a bank account. At 1% interest, it takes 72 years for your money to double. You must not have investigated that, but you're sitting here with the lion's share of your money in a bank account that ain't even got no money in it. Are you hearing me? And then they send you a statement to what? Make you feel good. I call it a starement. Why? Because you're just staring at the money, just sitting there, ain't moved an inch in the last 20 years like your crusty butt. Your crusty bank account and your crusty booty look just alike. Ain't neither one of them moved what in the last 20 years. And you're going to sit there and accept that? That is absolutely disgusting. I hear what I'm talking about. Some of y'all doing what? You ain't investigated your CD. Why? Because they paid you 2%. So what? It's taking you 36 years for you to make some money. 36 years. Are you retarded? I said your first name Ree and your last name Tarded. You got to be retarded to have money in something waiting for 36 years for it to double. You must not have investigated that account. You must not. This money is your client. Are you listening to me? Your investment accounts are your clients. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? And your client got to behave. They got to bring money into your life. And they got to bring enough money into your life that when you dead and gone, it's 3 generations worth of money still laying around. Why? Because your client brought that money in. Are you hearing me? And your investments are clients. Are you hearing me? Everybody put A C in the chat. All right. I said your investments are clients. All right. Your investments are clients. Look at TikTok. Once you start talking about them banks and stuff, they say your audience has just been reduced. Hey, do whatever you got to do, player. All right. Why? Because one thing around here we ain't biting is our tongue. You see any marks on that tongue? One thing we ain't biting around here is our tongue. Don't you even come on these online streets unless you got something to offer somebody. Are you listening to me? Don't come on here telling us the same old fried, chewed up grass nonsense. Our lives are what? Our lives are like what? Are like a vapor. They here for a short while and then they go away. We ain't got time to be putting our money in nothing that take forever to what? To go up. We don't have time for that. Are you listening to me? We are not what? Gonna sit here and cater to that client because the instrument itself is a client. And we don't cater to clients. Are you hearing me? No catering, baby. What? It's a transparent, a mutually what? Beneficial relationship. Everybody put MB, mutually beneficial relationship. Everybody put MBR in the chat. Y'all money relationships ain't mutually beneficial because y'all don't investigate y'all money. Y'all just put y'all money in anything. Are you hearing me? And that slow stuff y'all doing, it don't make no doggone sense. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? So you say, what do you do with your money, Brother Ricky? Well, first thing I do is I operate out of trust, so my money be private. All right, that's one thing that I do. Why? Because I don't want everybody in my business. Are you hearing me? I'm passing my money to my kids. I'm not passing my money to somebody else's kids. I'm passing my money to my kids and my grandkids. I'm not passing it to somebody else's lineage. My money ain't gonna never be in probate court. Why? Because my money isn't tied up in not tied up, but it's up under the control of trust. The trust controls my money. Why? I ain't gonna never be in court getting sued over no money. Why? Because you can't sue no trust. Why? Because the trust is a live entity. You can only sue dead people. Are you hearing me? Why? Because what? The trust is my client. Are you listening to me? I put my money, I'm paying attention to my client. My trust is my client. Why? Because my client is protecting me. My client is taking care of me. And my client is making sure I'm all right and all the kids and everybody all right. What about your client? Who is your client? What's protecting you? Who's making sure your family okay, that your kids okay, that everybody got some money for the next 3 generations? Who's in your corner? Who's looking out for you? Y'all got clients that ain't looking out for y'all. I'm talking about your investments. Your investments ain't looking out for y'all. Y'all investments are looking out for the institution that you put the money into. Are you hearing me? They're not looking out for you. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? So that's why I love trust. That's why I operate out of trust. And then the second thing I love is I love Bitcoin. All right, everybody put Bitcoin in the chat. You say, why is that? Because I investigated it. All right. You say, what do you mean, Brother Ricky? I love cryptocurrency. I love it. I love it. Outside of a trust, it's my number one love. I'm talking about for what to put money in. You say, why is that, Brother Ricky? Well, 3 reasons. Number 1, scarcity. Everybody put scarcity in the chat. All right. Everybody put scarcity. Okay. See, y'all accounts are just scary. My account has scarcity. Everybody put scarcity in the chat. All right. I said, y'all accounts, y'all clients, y'all freaky Jason client, y'all investments y'all got. I call y'all investments freaky Jasons. Why? Because I'm scared of y'all stuff. Why? Because y'all stuff, you ain't got a chance in hell of having no money doing the stuff y'all doing. That stuff is slow as hell. That stuff y'all doing. Why? Because y'all ain't involved with cryptocurrency. You say, Brother Ricky, what you get if we do all this cryptocurrency? Nothing. But the satisfaction you did something to make some sense. So when you get these fake Rick the Wealth coaches that tell y'all that we on sending you and your DM trying to, how you doing, Rick the Wealth coach, man, hit me up and all, that ain't me. That's some pimps, some online pimps faking y'all out y'all money. Put some money in this Bitcoin account and we gonna what? It's gonna go up such and such amount and such. Don't you put no money in no account except your own account. Don't let nobody send you, don't give nobody your bank information. You know that. What the hell I look like? A pimp? Don't let the pimp hat fool you. Who in my business would call you and tell you to give them I don't know you. Tell them to give you you giving them your bank account information. Listen, y'all, I know y'all trust us because we've been online for 7 years, but use some common sense. Do that even sound like Brother Ricky? Do that even sound like an honest, saved man? That he would call you and hem you up. They hemmed up one of my clients the other day at 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to get him to open up a fake crypto account. Are you hearing me? Those accounts they talking about are not real. They're not real. They're not us. Are you hearing me? They fake. They phony. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? They nickel slick. Are you hearing what I'm saying? They know what? They know that you don't really investigate things, because if you was investigating something, you'd be like, man, you don't talk like Brother Ricky. You don't act like Brother Ricky. So what? They got playing stuff in the background and putting out banners up. Oh, that stuff is AI. Are you hearing me? Anybody can fake like they somebody else today with AI. Are y'all listening to what I'm saying? But you know, they don't have my spirit. They don't have the spirit of our business. These are not saved people. You hear what I'm talking about? These are not people with character. These are not people with integrity. These people don't give a rat's behind about you. These are thieves. Are you listening to me? And don't you be no sucker. You've been a sucker long enough. You've been a sucker with the bank. You've been a sucker with these investments you got and ain't making no money. You're just sitting up staring at them. Are you hearing me? You've been a sucker long enough. All right. Now you can be saved and still be a sucker. You can go to heaven and still be a sucker. I'm telling you what, don't be no sucker at all. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Don't be no kind of sucker. Don't be no devilish sucker, and don't be no saved sucker. Don't be no kind of sucker. Are you hearing me? Investigate things. Are you listening to me? When somebody's telling you something, look it up, read, pay attention to what you're doing. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Be alert. The children of just this generation, they wiser than children light. The children of light, we sitting around here broke as hell. Why? Because we want to investigate things. We want to investigate our clients. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So it's not me. It's not me. And it's never me. I never tell you, nobody in my office, nobody that works for us. We got a social media team, but they calling you and texting you and stuff to say hello. Make sure you're okay. We got one phone number if you want to call somebody. We got one phone number. I don't even know it by heart. It's on rickthewealthcoach.com. We got one phone number, and it's being answered 24 hours a day by our team members. You can access anything you want to access, all right? But they can't fake the phone number. Are you hearing me? It's one phone. If I got a team member on here, Terry interview all as a team member, put our phone number. If y'all on any one of these channels, put our phone number in the chat right quick. If any of our team members are listening, all right? If any of you all are listening, put our phone number in the chat. We got one phone number, all right? It's a 317 number, all right? We only got one phone number. What is it? It's on, let me look this phone number up, see I don't get it. Y'all write this phone number down, okay? Let me look this up right quick. We only got one phone number. If anybody else, if it's not this phone number, and if you go to rickthewealthcoach.com and you just go up, look up under contact, all right, it's got our phone number on there, all right? All right. Let me see. Well, it's supposed to be on here. Oh, yeah, here it is. All right, so our phone number is 317-650-9369. 317-650-9369. Everybody put that in chat right now so y'all can get it. All y'all, type it in right quick in the chat. All y'all, all over the country, type it in right quick. Let's get the power of, let's get this cheating spirit off of this channel so nobody else cheats y'all anymore. All right, come on, put it in here. Somebody watch this again. They'll see all of y'all put the phone number in, and you can help all your brothers and your sisters so they'll know what. This is Brother Ricky's phone number directly to his team. You can talk to anybody on his team, and you can call us 24 hours a day. We'll call you back the same day. It's 317. Come on, put it in the chat. 317-650-9369. All right. Can y'all do that? I'm just asking y'all to do that. I'm asking you to do it for all the people that listen to us around the world. So won't nobody cheat the person. It makes me very angry that somebody's faking like they us and y'all going for it. All right. Can y'all please, everybody that's listening to me, I don't ask y'all to do much. I'm just asking you, that's all I'm asking you to do. If you like the way we teach you and stuff, I might not never see you in my life. You might buy something. I don't care about that. I just want to make sure you get treated fair. All right. So can you all just put it in the chat? I'm just asking you to do it for me for a favor right now so we can help everybody. All right. 317-650-9369. I'm going to say it one more time, and I'm going to finish teaching you this last part of this lesson. 317-650-9369. All right. That's our phone number. If you want to talk to us, you can call it right now and somebody start talking to you, or they'll call you back short. All right. You can access anything you want to access. All right. Anything you want to access. Don't go for nothing else nobody's telling you. They all thieves. All right. Ain't nobody trying to get you open up no Bitcoin accounts. If they try to get you to do that, it's a thief 100% of the time. It is not me. Hopefully y'all will watch this video. Can you at least share this video with 10 of your friends? Because I'm tired of seeing people. Somebody sent somebody $18,000, thought they were sending it to us. Are you hearing me? Just taking people money, just stealing people money, man. And it really make me want to grow my perm back. Are you hearing me? All right. So the number one reason I like Bitcoin, number one reason I buy it, is because of the scarcity. All right. Everybody put 21 million in the chat. Okay. 21 million. Come on. Everybody put 21 million in the chat. You say 21 million. What you talking about, Brother Rick? I investigated this. I investigate my clients. All right. And my investments are my clients. And my number one client that I invest in is Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. You say, why, Brother Ricky? You say, why? Because of the scarcity of it. Are you hearing me? You say, what do you mean the scarcity of it? It's only 21 million Bitcoin that's going to ever be circulated, are going to ever be mined or created. You say, what's so beautiful about that? It's not like money. It's not like notes. It's real money. All right. Everybody put RM in the chat. You say, what are you talking about? It's real money. Why? Because the feds don't control it. All right. It's real money. All right. I'm hungry. I'm supposed to be going to eat right now, but the Holy Ghost got me talking for about another 10 minutes. So y'all can really get this lesson. All right. I should be going to eat right now, but I just can't quench the spirit of God because I really love you. I'm really concerned about you. All right. And you really need to hear this last 10 minutes of what I'm telling you. Bitcoin. If you own some Bitcoin, particularly Bitcoin, but if you own any of these cryptos that go up with Bitcoin, you're going to be all right. But particularly Bitcoin. You say, why is that, Brother Ricky? It's because it's only 21 million of them that's going to ever be issued. And they already issued what? 19.6 million of them. So there ain't nothing but 1.4 million left. Are you hearing me? Everybody put 1.4 million in the chat. All right. And that was early this year. So that number is lower now. So there ain't nothing but 1.4 million left. All right. Come on. Everybody put 1.4 million in the chat. It ain't nothing but 1.4 million left. So what does that mean? That means that the price has to go up. You say, but Ricky, Brother Rick, the price just went up to $77,000. I'm going to tell you how much my account went up in 1 week. My account went up in 1 week more than money the average one of y'all going to make in the next 20 years. Did you hear what I said? I said my account just went up in 1 week more than what the average one of you all listening to me right now, more money than you're going to make in 20 years. I said the account went up that much with no work. All right. Everybody put no work in the chat. See, y'all, listen to your brother. I come from the penitentiary, okay? Are you hearing me? I come from making $10 an hour. I'm not no Teflon dime. Would you listen to me, okay? Would you listen to your brother and let me help you, all right? I just an investigator. I investigate people, number one, all right? I learned and I study people. I don't want anybody for no client, all right? Number two, I investigate organizations to make sure they're not robbing the hell out of me and make sure it's a mutually beneficial relationship with the feds, with the bank, and with the IRS. And number three, I investigate investments. Are you hearing me? I question them. I inquire, why should I put my money in here? What's the best way of me? What's the best chance of me making the absolute most amount of money in the shortest period of time? Because I'm gonna be dead in a little while. And what should I be teaching my kids? So this thing just keep going on. And Bitcoin is number one. You say, why is Bitcoin number one? Because it's the only investment in the world that only got 21 million of them that's going to be made. You can keep finding gold. You can keep finding silver. You can keep finding diamonds. And Lord have mercy, them dollar bills in your pocket ain't worth a slug. All right, let me ask y'all a question. Anybody here that's at least 50 years old, put 50 in the chat. Anybody listening that's at least 50 years old? Come on, hurry up. Come on, I'm going to teach you a point. Come on, hurry up. Quick. Anybody listening to me that's at least 50 years old, put 50 in the chat if you're at least 50. All right. You younger folks, y'all stay out of this one for a second. Y'all just listen to us. Okay. Put 50 in the chat. All right. I see you, Kay. I see you did. All right. I see you, Shay. Well, anybody else at least 50? I see you 2255. Anybody else here? Okay. All right. I see you. All right. Come on. Early, I see you. Come on. Miss Lovey. All right. Come on. Anybody else? Come on. Anybody else at least 50 years old? All right. Let's go. Come on, Skeet. I see you. All right, Arrow. I see you. Come on, Rob. I see you. Come on. Anybody else? Come on, hurry up, y'all. I know us 50-year-olds, and we might not be moving so fast, but just type it in the thing. All right, come on, quick. Anybody else? All right, DJ. I see you. All right, okay. All right, Melody. I see you. So if you're at least 50 years old, I want you to tell me, what's the lowest price you ever seen gas for? What's the lowest price you ever seen gas, a gallon of gas? All right, come on, quick, if you're at least 50 years old. Come on, put it in the chat. Come on, fast. Come on, y'all moving too slow now. Hurry up, come on. Come on, Fred. What's the lowest you ever seen a gallon of gas? All right. Okay, you said $1.15. Okay. All right, Kay, you say 29 cents, Kay? All right, Deb, you say 99 cents. All right. All right, you say, a quarter, huh? All right. DJ, you said 85 cents. DJ, you said, are you saying 9 cents? Oh, 90 cents. All right. Okay. All right, come on, y'all. Come on, quick. What's the lowest you ever seen a gallon of gas? Come on, quick. I got to teach y'all a point. Come on, quick. Let's go. Robert, you say 40 cents. Fred, you say 20 cents. All right, Fred, you reaching right there. All right. Shelly, you said 89 cents. Woo-wee. Melody, 89 cents. Come on. Wait. We got any more grown folk in here? Come on, anybody else grown in here? You say $1, Miss Lovey. All right. Joyce, you say 34 cents, Joyce. All right. Okay, let's go. Curtis, $1.99. All right. I can tell who closer to 64. I'm looking at these prices. I can tell who's closer to 64. All right. All right. So I'm 64 years old. I was born in 1962. All right. And what you say, Dex? $1.49. Okay. All right. I was born in 1962. I used to live right down the street from Midway Airport in Chicago. We lived on a street called Cicero. There was a gas station there called Sunoco, a Sunoco gas station. If you ever seen a Sunoco gas station, put an S in the chat. You know, I know you reach it if you've seen a Sunoco gas station. Sunoco, anybody? I know you. I know you. I know you. I know you kicking a little dust. Put an S in the chat if you ever seen a Sunoco. So I'm sitting in a Sunoco gas station. So this guy pulls up in his sports car. I think he had a Mustang. I don't know, maybe because I was crazy about Mustangs, but he had a sports car, and he jumps out and he said, "Fill her up." So y'all know how I used to be. The person would fill up your gas tank. The person would just fill it up, right? You didn't even have to get out your car. All right. He got out, I think, to went in and go get something. All right. He said, fill her up. And my man said, okay. My man pulled his hood up and started checking his oil. Y'all remember that? I say, y'all remember that? Put I remember in the chat. Come on, just trying to see who anybody else remember. Because you young folks right here, right now, we talking about an era that y'all don't even know existed. You young folks, because y'all don't know nothing about no customer service. You young folks, we got to teach y'all what customer service is, because y'all don't really know how to treat a person, because y'all grew up in this era where you just think everything just happens so fast. Y'all don't know how to slow down and treat a human being. Are you listening to me, you young folk? That's why y'all need to listen to us, so we can teach you some manners and teach you how to treat a human being. Are you listening to me? Because y'all be too nonchalant. Do y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? They pulled the man's hood up and they checked his oil. I remember this. I'm just standing there, at the gas station. All right. They checked his oil. Then they start wiping his windows. Do y'all remember that? They used to wash your windows. And then come on, put I remember that too in the chat. I just want to try and find out if anybody else around here kind of old like I am. Put I remember that too in the chat. All right. Do y'all remember that too? They used to wash your windows, check your oil, wash your windows. You didn't even have to get out the car. Y'all remember that too? All right. And then the guy said, all right. He said, he gave the guy, he said, fill her up. How much you think it cost him to fill his gas tank up? He had a sports car. This is 1969. I'm 70 years old. He had a sports car. How much you think it took him to fill his tank up? All right, come on, hurry up, quick. Tell me how much y'all think. How much you think? You think it took him $4? Come on. How much do you think it took him to fill his tank up? Come on, quick. How much you think it took? I'm gonna tell you how much it was a gallon in a second. But first of all, I just want y'all to tell me, how much do y'all think this man paid to fill up his gas tank? All right, you say $20. All right, you say 20. All right, come on, y'all. Come on, give me a guess. All right, you say $10. L the Divius. All right, Deb, you say $5. All right, okay, Miss Lovey, you say $2, huh? All right, Rob, you say $3.50. All right, you say about $15. All right, Melody say about $20. All right, okay, Humble Watch, you said $1.80. Boy, y'all going real low, ain't you? All right, Alicia, you say about $7. All right, Miss Rachel, you say about $20. All right, Miss Rachel, you being generous. All right, Curtis, you say about $4. All right, gas back then at that Sunoco was 26 cents a gallon. This guy spent $5 to fill up his gas tank. Somebody put $5 in the chat. Can you imagine going to the gas tank right now and paying $5 and you was empty and it filled up your, somebody put $5 in the chat. Matter of fact, give me 5 in the chat and give me 5. Because that's all he told him. Give me 5. All right. You say 5. Give me 5. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me 5. Give me 5. What? Matter of fact, give me 5 on the black hand side. That's how much it costs to fill up your gas tank in 1969. You say, well, Brother Ricky, you say inflation then caused the prices to go up. The prices to go up. If you think inflation caused the prices to go up, put yes in the chat. And let me teach you something. All right, come on. If you think inflation is why everything costs so much more now, why it costs $50 to fill up your gas tank, put yes in the chat. If you think it's inflation, you can tell me what you think. All right, if you think it's inflation, put yes in the chat. All right, come on, hurry up. Put yes in the chat if you think it's inflation. Tell the truth. Tell the truth what you really think. All right, you think it's inflation, James? Okay, come on. Come on, M14SH, you think it's inflation? Come on. All right. Robert, you think it's inflation? All right. Empress, you said no. Okay. Deb, you think it's inflation? All right, come on, put it in there what you really think. Come on, hurry up. Do you think it's inflation? Why a gallon of gas used to be, I mean, why you can fill up your tank for $5 back in the day. In the day, it's $5 for 1 gallon in some places. All right. Robert, you said yes. All right. Shay said, I think it was war. All right. Okay. Miss Lovey says yes. All right. Billy says yes. Okay. Gia says yes. Okay. All right. The answer to that is no. I want y'all to put deflation in the chat so I can teach y'all. So y'all don't study stuff. All right. I'm not trying to bust y'all out. I'm just teaching you about money because that's why y'all ain't got none. All right. So let me help you. Okay. Deflation. Put deflation in the chat. All right. And then I'm going to explain this last point. I got to go. All right. The reason I love Bitcoin is because what? There is no deflation. You say, what do you mean? It has to go up every year because of the scarcity of it. It has to go up. In between now and the next 5 years, it has to go up. The idea of it being $1 million of Bitcoin is very likely. You say, why is that? Because of the scarcity of it. You say, what do you mean? Money doesn't have any scarcity. You say, why? Because the feds are some pimps. That's why. You say, what? Did you call the feds some pimps? Everybody put PF in that chat. Pimping feds. Did you hear what I said? Everybody put PF in that chat. Pimping feds. You say, why do you call the feds? Why do you call them some pimps? Man, please. I'm printing paper that ain't got no value to it. Are you listening to me? This is the coldest pimping game in the world. You think pimps got gold teeth. You think pimps got perms. You think pimps are Rick James. When I came home last night, wouldn't make love to me. You think that pimps are Rick James. Man, y'all so slow. Are you listening to me? I got to talk to God's people. Y'all are slow, and you wasting a lot of time. Are you listening to me? You better let somebody help you, okay? I said you better let somebody help you. Jesus asked that man, do you want some help? All right, why? Because you've been messed up a long time. You've been messed up for 38 years. And some of y'all been messed up a long time. The way y'all doing business is absolutely backwards. Are you listening to me? Y'all got money in these bank accounts. Y'all got money in this slow stuff. You're scary as hell. Call yourself doing something safe. The most dangerous stuff you can possibly do is put your money in stuff, and the money is based on fiat money. Why? Because they printed over $400 trillion in debt right now. United States government is. They printed $100 billion more of this fake money. They built $100 billion more this year than they did last year. Somebody put 100 billion in the chat. All right. 100 billion. Well, you say, how do you know this stuff, Brother Ricky? Because I study my clients. That's what I'm teaching y'all. Client acquisition. Are you hearing me? Are you listening to me? I study my clients. I'm watching what my clients are doing, and I'm watching how it affects my life. So I'm like, what? I'm not going to put a whole lot. I'm not going to leave my money sitting in some dumb account going down every year. It's not that the price of goods are going up. It's that the value of the money is going down. It's not inflation, it's deflation. But you haven't been taught. You thinking it's inflation. So it is like, because that sound good. That sound like a good out. Are you hearing me? So you think, well, I'd be better off if I just had more of this. But the more of this you get, the less it can buy. Are you listening to me? Why? Because it's not scarce. Are you hearing me? Bitcoin is scarce. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? It's only 21 million of them gonna never be mined. All right, the same thing is being created like they create money. Mining Bitcoin is the same thing as printing money. I hear what I'm talking about? And they got a cutoff date. The cat who came up with this idea was a genius. Are you hearing me? And the feds ain't got nothing to do with it. Did you hear what I said? I said the feds ain't got nothing to do with it. They cannot control it because it's what? Decentralized. Are you hearing me? Everybody put private in the chat. That's the second reason why I love Bitcoin. Why? Because it's private. All right. Everybody put private in the chat. Number one, because it's scarce. Number two, because it's private. You say, what are you talking about? The feds ain't up in here. Did you hear what I said? We not in the bed with the feds. Did you hear what I said? I said we ain't in the bed with the feds. Did you hear what I said? Because our name ain't Fred. Are you hearing me? Why? Because Fred is dead, baby, because Fred is in the bed with the feds. Did you hear what I said? But what? We ain't Fred. I ain't hearing me. Why? Because we got Bitcoin. Are you listening to me? You said, Brother Ricky, Bitcoin costs way too much. No, this costs way too much. You said, but Bitcoin is $77,000 a coin. You ain't got to buy a whole coin. Are you listening to me? Just buy any part. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Everybody put it any part in the chat. Why? Because as it goes up, your money will go up in proportion. So just buy any part. You said, I just can't wrap my mind around that, Brother Ricky. When I buy something, I want to buy all of it. Listen here, man. Would you cut that nonsense out? You're not talking to no trick, all right? The only person you tricking is you. Talk yourself out this money if you want to. You said, Brother Ricky, why are you so adamant about that? You're going to make some money off of Bitcoin? I ain't going to make $1 off of it. I just want God's people to have as much of it as possible. Are you listening to me? I don't have no Bitcoin program for you to put no money into. Are you listening to what I'm talking about? That's part of our $1 million club that's being created right now. If you ain't got no $1 million, don't even holler at me. I just want you to buy some for you. Are you hear what I'm talking about? Why? This is a public service announcement. Are you listening to me? You say, why is that, Brother Ricky? Because in the last week, just the last week, my account, I just checked it this morning, just one of my accounts went up $500,000. Somebody put 500K. I'm talking about in a week. Are you hearing me? Why? Because I told everybody when the prices was $60,000, $58,000. I said, man, that stuff is on sale. I said, buy as much of that as you can. My friends who are sitting around here trying to buy some property, my friends who are sitting around here trying to buy another company, my friend, I say, no, put 10 million into Bitcoin while it's $58,000. All right. Are you listening to me? I said, you have 20, 30, 40, $50 million in a year or two without doing no work at all. No work money. Are you listening to me? Why? Because they are running out of Bitcoin. Are you hearing me? All right. And every 4 years, Bitcoin halves. All right. Everybody put halve in the chat. H-A-L-V-E. H-A-L-V-E. Everybody put in the chat. H-A-L-V-E. Come on, hurry up. I'm almost done. Come on, I'm getting hungry. All right. Come on. Sonia, you want to know anything? Just come to the IMF. Just put IMF in the chat. And just come to the free class and come get to know us. All right. I don't know y'all like that. Okay. I don't know you like that. Come to the free class. Or call our number and talk to somebody on my team and get to know us. All right. I just gave y'all the phone number. Go to rickthewealthcoach.com. Are you talking about what's the best? No, don't ask questions on here. I'm not going to answer y'all questions. I'm teaching. Call somebody at the office. All right. And then we'll answer y'all questions. We'll answer y'all questions for free. I just hired a whole team to talk to everybody 24 hours a day because I'm tired of the people robbing y'all. And I'm tired of y'all wasting time. And I know y'all got questions. All right. That's why I just gave y'all, somebody put the phone number in the chat again so my sister can get it. All right. Call somebody at the office, y'all. Y'all can talk to us. You can't talk to me, but you can talk to somebody in the office. So I want to talk to you, Brother Ricky. Do you have $50,000 an hour to talk to me? Okay. All right. Well, you don't want to talk to me. You ain't trying to kill me. What good am I going to do you dead? Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Follow the instructions. Okay. Understand that we have a systematic way of doing things. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Okay. So buy any part. There's the number again for you all. All right. 317-650-9369. Just call that number. We are literally answering the number 24 hours a day. You can call us anytime you want. If we don't answer it right away, we'll call you back. We'll call you back within the same day. All right. Okay. We're not like the rest of these online companies. You got to type in this and type in that, type in this and type in that, talking to a robot and all that. We're not doing none of that. Okay. We're not doing none of that. I'm tired of that stuff. I'm tired of people being on hold for 5 hours. Don't nobody call them back. And that stuff just makes me sick. It makes me angry every time I'm talking to somebody. I get frustrated with these online companies and stuff. I'm like, y'all want our money, but y'all don't want to serve us. I don't like it. All right. I don't like it. So I just changed our whole culture. And I hired a whole bunch of really nice people, my own kids and stuff. You might talk to one of my daughters if you call. Excuse me. I hired my family members, everybody. I said, look, we got to talk to everybody. These people cheating our people. They're stealing the money from folks. People think they're talking to us. And I'm really pissed off about it. I don't like it. All right. I said, we got a lot to offer people to teach people and train people on. And they need to be talking to us. They don't need to be talking to no fake people. So we are here for you all. 317-560-9369. That's our phone number. Can't nobody fake you out and act like they us. They don't have that phone number. Can't no fake person answer it. It's definitely, absolutely, positively one of us talking to you. All right. And we will never solicit you for nothing. That's how you know you're talking to us. We ain't going to tell you to open up no accounts. We ain't going to tell you to do none of that stupid stuff. All right? You open up accounts, you open it up for you. We ain't going to never be your trustee on nothing. We ain't going to never, none of that. Okay? Everything you do it what? You do it for you. All right? Okay. So that's the second reason I like Bitcoin. So let's go back. Number one is scarcity. Why? I know they only print so many of them. Number two is private. I know that the feds can't do nothing about it. They can never be in your business. Number three, if y'all got some questions now, make sure y'all, it's 317, I'm sorry, 560. Is it 560? Did y'all put the right number in? Did somebody put it in transfix? Come on, y'all, don't play with me. I can't remember my own number. All right. That was wrong there. It's 317-650. I remember that much. Let me look on the page again. 317-650. I'm sorry. Thank you, dear. 317-650-9369. Why y'all want to mess with me and put the number up there all dyslexic? Y'all put it up there the right way, okay? 317. Look, I'm talking to y'all for almost 2 hours today. Why? Because they've been robbing the hell out y'all, and it's bothering me. So I want to help you, okay? 317-650-9369. That's the correct number. All right, y'all got that? All right, y'all got that. Somebody else put it in the chat again. Come on, let's help everybody out so nobody be stealing everybody's money. People be thinking they talking to us. All right, okay, so I like it because it's scarce. That's why I got money. I just made $500,000 in a week without doing no work. That's in just one of the accounts. $500,000. Come on, man. Y'all got y'all money in a savings account. Are you listening to me? Y'all just ain't got good sense. I just gotta tell y'all ain't got good sense. Y'all about to let this whole ship go by you. Are you hearing me? Some of y'all listen to me. Some of y'all got some money too. You say, Brother Ricky, why are you so concerned about us? I've been talking to you for 7 years. Ain't it pretty obvious I'm concerned about you? I said, I've been talking to you for 7 years, man. You think I ain't got nothing better to do with my time? All right. God get me up out the bed, and y'all be the first thing on my mind. Are you hearing me? He say, on Monday, teach the people. On Wednesday, teach the people. And on Saturday, teach the people, Brother Ricky. Whoever listens, good for them. Are you hearing me? What? You just keep on living the way you living. And if they listen to you, good for them. Are you hearing me? Why? Because what I'm telling you is studied. What I'm telling you is what? Facts. What I'm telling you is what? Things that are what? Irreputable. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? I'm telling you what's happening. I'm prophesying to you about your money. Are you listening to me? And I'm telling you, you ain't got to be guessing and hoping and wishing you're going to make some money. Just use some common sense. And common sense is what? If something is scarce, it has to go up. If something is private, can't nobody what? Meddle in your business. And then what? I like it because it grows most of the time. The thing that has the best possibility of growing is the thing that has the most risk. But this has the least risk. All right. You say, why? Because it has to go up. Because it has what? Because it has scarcity. Most of the time, you can't get both of them. Most of the time, when something has a chance of making a lot of money, that means that it's got to be really risky. But this has the least risk. And why? Because I don't like taking a lot of risk. I don't like doing a whole lot of work for some money, and then throwing the money out someplace and hoping and wishing and begging it to come back. I don't like that. Right? And you don't have to live like that. Solomon said, cast your bread upon the waters. Surely it shall return to you after many days. That means what? Do the thing that make the most sense to do. Are you hearing me? Are you listening to me? And what make the most sense to do is put your money in something that's what? That's going up, that has to go up. Because why? Because it's scarce. Instead of putting in your money in something that has to go down. This is the riskiest thing you could be doing with some money. Why? Because this money has to go down. That's why what? That's why you could buy a gallon of gas for 26 cents when I was a little boy. And that's why it costs $5 for the same gallon of gas right now. What? Because this ain't worth nothing. Are you hearing me? And every year it's worth less because they print more of it every year. And what? They don't never intend on paying a debt. Are you listening to me? The United States Corporation of America are some pimps, baby. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? They don't never intend to pay the debt down. That ain't the game plan. The game plan is to what? Keep passing the debt to you because they can see how much you covet debt. They can see how much you love debt. They can see how much you crazy about what? Dollar bills. Are you hearing me? Worthless stuff. Stuff that ain't worth what the paper was written on. You convert that money what? As fast as you can. Are y'all hearing me? Everybody put I'm converting it in the chat. Come on, I'm finna pray for y'all because y'all need some strength today. Y'all need some strength today to get up off y'all butt and go do something. All right. Everybody put I'm converting it in the chat. I mean, spell it all the way out. So it'll be in your spirit. I gotta go. I'm hungry. I gotta go. All right. But my last point. Here's my last point. All right. This is why people join our inner circle in our $1 million program. This is what we teach. This is our last point. All right. And you say, Brother Ricky, I want to do the last thing you're saying. You need some money to be doing this last stuff, but let me at least put it on your mind. Okay. If you was doing it with us, but you can do some of this, you can just do this on your own. All right. And that's what? Tax-free income. That's what I love about Bitcoin. You say, what is that? You can borrow against your Bitcoin. If you know what you're doing, you can borrow against it the same day you buy it. You say, Brother Ricky, I got bills and stuff I need to pay. All right. Why would you pay your bills with this crap when you could pay your bills with Bitcoin? You say, what do I mean? What do you mean? You can borrow against your Bitcoin the same day. No credit check. You say, Brother Ricky, my credit 460. So what? Say my credit check 13. My credit 13. So what? Say my credit, man, it's 0. It don't even matter. You say, why is that? Because Bitcoin is so precious until the companies that issue Bitcoin will allow you to borrow against your Bitcoin the same day. Within 24 hours, you can borrow some money. So you say, what's that got to do with me, Brother Ricky? You don't understand how we living. You don't understand how rich people are living. Ain't nobody talking about this. Are you hearing me? Why? Because they don't want you to know. I investigate my client. I investigate Bitcoin. I'm saying, what are the rich people doing with Bitcoin? Why is it so important? Why are the richest people in the world buying it? Why Elon Musk got so much of it? Why is Michael Saylor buying so much of it? Michael Saylor bought so much Bitcoin this year until he bought more Bitcoin than they mined it, which meant he had to buy some Bitcoin from some people who just willing to sell it. But don't you never sell your Bitcoin. You say, why, Brother Ricky? Because you can live off of it for the rest of your life. Your kids can live off of it for the rest of their life, and their kids can live off of it for the rest of their life. Why? Because if you want some money for whatever reason to pay some bills, just borrow it from the Bitcoin account. You say, what? And you ain't never got to pay it back. You say, why you got to pay it back? You ain't got to pay it back. Why? Because inevitably, it has to keep going up. So if you borrow something from something that's going up, that means what? Now you still have the difference between what you borrow and the value of it as it goes up. And that way you can live off of it perpetually. Are you hearing me? And what? You borrowing the money. So you ain't cash the Bitcoin in. So what? There what? No taxes. Everybody put no taxes on the check. No taxes. When you borrow the money from the Bitcoin. Y'all borrowing money from 401 ain't okays. And y'all, listen to me. Okay, I got to go. I really got to go. All y'all that's got companies and stuff. And y'all got these 401k, all the stuff y'all doing for y'all employees and all that. Do your employees a favor, all right? Give them an option of doing their stuff through Bitcoin. Give them an option of putting money into Bitcoin every time they get a check. Just give them the option of doing it, all right? You say, why would you do that? Because now these people, your employees, when they retire, they can actually have what? Some income, not fiat money. Are you hearing me? Why? Because eventually they're going to have to roll over these 401ks. Eventually they're going to have to roll over these IRAs. Eventually they're just going to have to withdraw some money if they want to do something. And they're going to be creating taxable events. Did you hear what I said? They're going to be creating taxable events. Are you hearing me? Why? Because they eventually, if they want to do something, make some real money, they're going to have to move that money up out of there. People who buy trusts with me, join my programs and stuff, they have to take a hit on their taxes to get money out of these 401ks and all that kind of stuff, because most of the time it's all the money they got because they ain't in business. They ain't doing nothing. All right. So when I'm teaching them how to make some real money, they got to pay me for that. All right. So they got to move money out of 401ks and all that kind of stuff. So they got to take tax hits. But what if they had what? 100,000 in Bitcoin, 200,000 in Bitcoin, 300,000 in Bitcoin, $1 million in Bitcoin? Then they could have did what? For the little money they wanted me to train them with, because I train people to being multimillionaires. So the little money they gave me to train them and all that, they could have just took it what? They could have just borrowed it out the Bitcoin account. Are you hearing me? Paid me the little fiat money. All I'm going to do is put most of it back into Bitcoin myself anyway. I hear what I'm talking about, because that's what I buy. I dig what I'm saying. That's what I do with my money, which is why I'm telling you what I'm doing. You do whatever make the most sense to you. But I believe what I'm doing make a whole lot of sense. And I believe you know it make a whole lot of sense if you've been paying any attention to what I've been teaching you today. All right. So they wouldn't have that problem, with these little poo butt accounts, these little 401 ain't okays and all this stuff they doing with this little petty stuff they doing with their money. They wouldn't have to worry about that. And all of y'all that's employers and stuff, you need to wake up and help your people. I was just talking to one of my friends yesterday with 275 employees. I said, I want you to consider this, brother. He's in my inner circle. He's one of my best friends. Awesome cat. And his company does over 100 million in business. So I was saying it would be good. Why don't you consider having your people start doing Bitcoin out of their paychecks every single time they get paid, instead of these little fake 401ks and stuff. He said it make a lot of sense, brother Ricky. I'm gonna consider that, because he's a very reasonable man. He rich and all that kind of stuff, but he ain't stupid, and he not haughty, not arrogant. He can take some teaching and some training and some coaching. That's one of the reasons he joined my inner circle in the first place. All right. I was like, imagine how much better they would be off in the next 5 to 10 years if they had a scarce asset that ain't nobody else even got. Do you understand the whole world comes to you when you're the only one with something? All right, I'm finna go. Joseph, he told Pharaoh, stack up your money stack up your corn while there's plenty of it. He said, because, and take 1/5 of it, 20% of it, and put it up. Pharaoh said, cool, man. You got somebody got some sense. He said, get somebody got some sense to do it. Pharaoh said, you the one with the most sense around here. We're going to hire you. Joseph said, cool. So they stacked up that corn. Everybody had to come to them and get some corn when they didn't have none. When Bitcoin is all sold out, all y'all that's got money, y'all going to be begging people to sell y'all some Bitcoin. Unless you the person that's got it. All right, let me pray for y'all so y'all can change y'all whole way y'all doing business. So y'all can learn how to investigate y'all clients. Number one, investigate people, making sure they're worth doing some business with. Number two, investigate these organizations. Make sure they ain't robbing you. And then number three, investigate your investments. And I recommend the number one investment that a person investigate is Bitcoin. I would investigate that. And I would find out, why is Brother Ricky putting this money? Why are all these rich people putting their money in there, And I would think about, man, if I got $2 and I can get just a piece of one, then I'm going to buy as much of it as I can. All right, come on, let me pray. Lord, thank you today for your word. Thank you for your incredible insights. Thank you for waking me up with all of this in my belly yesterday morning. I never heard anybody teach it, and you taught it to me. So I just want to thank you. You said you got it freely, Brother Ricky, freely teach the people. So, Lord, thank you. I know we made connections today. I know we did, because it's too powerful. Your word is too powerful. I know somebody's life just changed right now. I know somebody right now is asking you for help because they need help. Somebody's asking you for help. Somebody here right now don't even know you as their Lord and Savior. So we want to pray for them first. If you don't know Jesus, repeat these words after me. Lord, I am a sinner and I'm sorry for my sin. I need help. I need help, Lord. I need you in my life. Lord, I'm trying to make moves that I'm just not capable of doing. I am impotent, just like that man that was by the pool. And I'm asking you, Lord Jesus, come in and be my Savior, to change me from the inside out, to give me a hope and an expected end. I believe that you are the Son of God. I believe that you died and rose again on the third day from the dead. I believe that you have all power in heaven and earth in your hands. And I believe that you are the Savior of the world. And I just want to ask you to save me. I just want to ask you, Lord, make me new. Make me different, Lord. Take this stony heart out of me, Lord, and give me a heart of flesh. And Lord, whatever you tell me to do, I'll do it. I love you. I want to thank you so much for redeeming me and allowing me to come into the family. And I just want to say thank you right now for saving my soul and cleansing me from the inside out. Now, Lord, just tell me what to do. Who do you want me to help? How can I be a blessing? What can I do for the kingdom to move it on? What can I do to help promote it? Tell me what to do, Lord. And I promise you I'll do what you tell me all the days of my life. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. So if you said that prayer, God bless you. You just joined the best family in the world. All right, because we some Holy Ghost gangsters. We don't take no prisoners. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. More importantly, the angels are getting jiggy right now, because the Bible says the angels rejoice every time one sinner repent. So I just want to say God bless you, because you just caused a whole bunch of rejoicing in heaven, but not just there, not in that heaven, but the heaven that's here on earth. We dancing with you too, baby. All right, we dancing with you too. Don't worry about your homies. Don't worry about your dry friends and all the folks who are going to be hating on you. Don't worry about them. We got a whole army of us, all right? There's plenty of us, baby. You ain't the only one. Okay, we with you. We with you 110%. And Lord, I pray that you'll bless us to pay attention to these organizations. Lord, we got banks, we got the Federal Reserve, and we got the IRS. And Lord, I pray that you would stir your people up, that they won't just sit here and accept the foolishness that's being introduced to us and just be some quivering cowards, because you ain't raised no cowards. We are your children. Lord, and you raise kings and queens, swords, soldiers, and warriors. We are not afraid. Why? Because what? The people perish for lack of knowledge, and we're not going to go down without reading and studying and investigating what? The people we're doing business with, because they are our clients too. So thank you for giving us the moxie to be able to do so, and discovering how to become trustees, and discovering how to become creditors instead of debtors, and discovering how to move this money around. And then finally, thank you for teaching us how to be clients, how to realize that investments themselves are our clients. Thank you for the revelation. You gave it to us. Thank you so much. That investments are our clients, and that we need to investigate our investments and make sure that that client is treating us right. And we want to thank you for the investment of Bitcoin. We want to thank you that somebody created something that goes up in value instead of something that goes down in value. We want to thank you that somebody created something that the feds ain't got no competition. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for that amazing human being whose brain was so brilliant to come up with such a marvelous idea. You put that idea on his mind to help set us free, so we won't have to be up under the thumb of what? Crooks and folks who what? Who just doing what they want to do to us, all unaccountable, don't tell us, no, we don't understand what they're doing. We just want to thank you that we don't have to we ain't got to put up with that foolishness, that we got a private account that they ain't got no control over. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Then thank you for the wisdom of being able to know how to even borrow from that account, so that our kids and our kids' kids can have stuff, and the feds won't be in it, and the IRS won't be in the middle of it, and they can't do nothing about it. Thank you. Thank you, Lord, that we have that kind of freedom. And thank you that we can speak our piece. Thank you for making us bold enough to speak our piece across the whole world, so that we can help wake up our generation, Lord. And Lord, now what we promise, what we ain't going to do is we're not going to steal your glory. We're not going to pop our collar. We're not going to walk up and down the street like we all in a bag of chips. We're just going to keep humbly serving you, thanking you for all these beautiful things that you're doing in our lives. And we're going to back one another up and run this kingdom the way you told us to do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. It's been a plum, pleasing pleasure, as well as a privilege. I love all y'all, every last one of you. You have a spectacular weekend. Be blessed in the city. Be blessed in the field. May the Lord bless you when your enemies come at you one way. May they have to flee 7 ways. May you be the head and not the tail. May you be the lender and not the borrower. May you be above and not beneath. And may the Lord bless your seed for ceaseless generations. Your seed, God's gonna bless your seed. Your seed, God's gonna bless your seed. Every place you go, and everywhere you be, your seed, God's gonna bless your seed. Can I say it one more time? Your seed, God's gonna bless your seed. Your seed, God's gonna bless your seed. Every place you go, and everywhere you be, your seed, God's gonna bless your seed. Oh, your seed, God's gonna bless your seed. Oh, your seed, God's gonna bless, gonna bless your seed. It's been a plum, pleasing pleasure, as well as a privilege. I love y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about that. And remember that Stella is as Stella does. God bless you. Have an outstanding weekend. And what? Pay attention to your clients. Okay? God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend.